Untold masses of humanity are teeming throughout the stars. In the grim darkness of the 41st millennium, there is only war.
Hello everyone, and welcome to DoomLore, a 40k story. My name is Nicotine. I'm one of the people here at Fable Scraps. If you're new to the show, welcome. Fable Scraps shows are unique to the TTRPG universe on Twitch.tv, in that our live audience has the ability to affect the show in meaningful ways. We'll get to that in a moment, but if you're joining us on podcasting apps such as Spotify or Stitcher, know that you can see this show live every Friday at 3 p.m. Pacific at 6 p.m. Eastern. If you would like to affect this show, you can do so through the cunning deployment of funds in exchange for fate points. Each one of our characters has a certain number of fate points they may use for rerolls and to gain advantage in certain situations. Without further ado, I think we should go through and give everyone a little introduction. As we go down the list, let's see some ones, twos, threes in chats for just to make sure that we sound okay, to get all the audio issues hammered out. And we'll kick it off with Olirant. If Ollie sounds good, press ones in chat.
Hello, I'm Ollie. You can find me on Twitch and Twitter at Olirant, where I am. I do a lot of Dungeons & Dragons homebrew and also variety streaming and a lot of just talking about life and working on a series of board games coming out later this year. So if you're interested in concept art and design and all that kind of thing, we talk about it a lot on our streams. And obviously I run this show and other shows on my channel.
Awesome, thank you, Ollie. Next up is Lucid Fox.
Hi, my name is Lucid Fox. I'm live. I'm not a cat. And I can be found in all the places at lucidfox with 2x's.com and other places the internet, like, you know. Okay.
Awesome, thank you, Lucid. If Lucid sounds good, press twos. Next up is Lock the Raven.
I'm Lock the Raven, different from Lucid Fox. I'm a variety streamer on Twitch. I do roleplay and basically every other kind of game you can think of. You can also see me on Tuesdays on Fable Scraps' other show, Star Trek Loveless. And you can find me on Twitch and Twitter at Lock the Raven, spelled like it sounds.
Thank you, Lock. If Lock sounds good, threes. Next up is going to be Distracted Elf. If Elf sounds good, let's see some fours.
Hello, friends. I'm Distracted Elf. You can find me doing a bunch of stream stuff at twitch.tv/DistractedElf or on Twitter at DistractedElf, where I talk about that stream stuff, mostly. I also run games for Roll20, one of which is the Rime of the Frostmaiden campaign on D&D's channel on Monday, and soon to be a Star Wars game starting up fairly soon.
Do you have a date for it? You can give us a plug.
I mean, I would, but it's directly on top of this one next week.
That's okay.
So I don't know if that's a good plug.
Okay.
You're dead to us. Get out.
Yeah. I fucking will after this show. Yeah.
In memoriam.
Anyway, Distracted Elf is wonderful. Thank you. Enovan?
Hello there, I'm Enovan. I'm a streamer here on Twitch. Typically, I stream roleplay games and some variety games as well. You can find me at twitch.tv/Enovan. That's ENEVUN.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Enovan. My name, of course, is Nicotine. I do a lot of roleplay and political discussion on my own channel. That's twitch.tv/Nicotine. Still trying to figure out the helmet. All right. So, Ollie, our trusty DM, you want to take us away?
Okay, Acolytes. I would like to basically say that you got into this situation because of Yen, in many ways. So if anyone is to blame for a possible party wipe in the future, it may or may not.
If
be.
everybody dies right now, then I don't have to leave next week. We'll just all be dead. It's fine.
That's true. Great.
Now, it's very easy to point
won't.
fingers. That's all I'm saying.
You, my group of acolytes on the planet of Pask have been investigating the disappearance of some weapons and have been following leads to do with the orcs on the planet. The orcs on the planet are part of the Death Skulls. They are a orc clan that is very interested in looting and stealing things. So once it became clear that that was the case, yeah, the orcs had something to do with it. You managed to get a lot of intelligence about orcs that you could trade with and communicate with, and you may have made friends with one. You've made friends with a freebooter who is currently in the back of your truck, guiding you to where the encampment is, with the suggestion that you might be able to trade. Of course, when you got close enough, the orcs at the encampment started opening fire. I mean, an Imperial vehicle is charging towards them. Bullets shattered the window shield and have pierced the engine compartment, and the truck crashed into the muddy foothills, about to explode in any moment. I'm actually going to ask you to roll initiative.
Initiative.
Remember to
Alright.
click on your
dang.
tokens.
Do we need
large orc.
Do we need any kind of like bailing out maneuver?
I'm gonna say, because the Ricer and Ohm were in the front, so they took
Okay.
the damage of both bullets shattering the windshield, fracturing into the compartment, and also the force of the crash. You guys can kind of leave anywhere near the back of the truck you wish. It was a very easy maneuver, including the orc.
I did it.
Okay, cool.
It's gonna be our best.
You made a
initiative
noise
roll
like
ever.
a frickin' Hearthstone card.
Wow.
Whoa!
Legendary.
Yeah!
The best I've ever done on initiative. So proud of myself.
Okay.
Like a
I
Roblox
have-
character.
Ooh, a couple of rolls myself. How dexterous do you think an orc is?
Relatively.
No.
It's not bad. It's not bad. Okay, so orcs is
I see at least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Our orc 9 orcs. Yay.
there are a lot of orcs here. So
Yeah.
the truck has crashed. That has already occurred, right? In the turn order.
Yeah.
You can hear the kind of glugging sound of promethium flowing through the broken engine and now trickling under the truck. You can smell that, also mixing with the scent of burning metal and plastic, and also the scent of the bogs, as well as the scent of an orc encampment, a kind of musky, animalistic smell, very similar to the Grox herd that you guys actually spent time with on the Sibilants. Also mixed with the air is filled with orcs yelling and shouting, and the clickety-clacketing of them reloading their ramshackle weapons. Some of the orcs basically just unloaded everything they had and are loading chunky clips into their weapons right now.
So I take it having this other orc with us has not been helpful in any
He's in the
sort
back.
Oh, okay.
They don't know he's there.
Is he with us?
Your orc
or-
doesn't. Your truck doesn't look like an orc truck.
I mean, also to be fair, we're here to steal the things they have anyway, so whatever, it's cool.
We're not-
We'll just kill them
no,
all.
It's
I
a
don't
bit
mind.
of a kill 'em all. I'll also point out, while you guys are sort of getting ready and getting your weapons ready, the freebooter is very relaxed. He does not seem to give a shit,
He
and
dies
is
first.
definitely not looking to fight right now. That'll actually
Oh,
be
okay.
something that Yen has to
Oh, okay.
kind of maybe spend some influence points on to get him to join you.
Ooh, yeah.
All right, yeah.
I will
seduce
say
the orc.
on
Yeah, and you've been through this once. I believe in you.
Give him the hat.
areas of this map that have kind of this dirtier mud puddle, that is terrain that will be difficult to travel through. It will be a kind of agility check situation, or maybe a strength check, depending on who you are, and then that will see whether you get stuck, whether you all that sort of thing. It's just a sort of boggy foothills. The orcs have made a fairly nice little encampment, actually. I mean, it's made of ramshackle metal bolted together in a very orcish way, taking a lot of the Imperial stuff. But they're here defended pretty well. No one's on the guns, though. The guns aren't actually being used. Scythia, you
Yes.
have the first initiative order
Wonderful.
and can bail from the truck first.
I do.
What are you thinking?
Well, we've got a whole bunch of orcs up ahead. You said some of them have guns and some of them don't. Is it clear which ones do or don't?
So, pretty much
Or
all
like
of
some
the
of them are
little
out of
orcs
ammo or what have you?
are using what orcs call shooters, basically just big rifles.
Okay, cool. Yeah, yeah.
The front two are the ones that are currently reloading. They are the ones who really stepped up and gave it everything they had. The others don't need to reload right now. This guy in the back is carrying what looks like a poor facsimile of a flamer. And the largest orc, the orc knob, head of this group, has a pistol and a chopper.
Okay. So, I need to get into melee as quickly as possible, so we're gonna do that. Charging is how many times your movement again, Ollie? I can't remember.
Ooh, charging is... running is just normal. Taking 2 moves is just normal.
24
Charging
squares.
is 3 times your agility bonus.
Oh, it's only 3 times.
Running is 6 times.
Yeah, I
but
mean,
you are
6
easier to
times-
hit in melee.
6 times I can do, but I can't. But, you know, I don't want to run into melee and it'd be easier to hit in melee. So
You know orcs are just gonna, even if they don't have a weapon out, they're just gonna, like, slam you, you know?
So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna run, but I'm gonna run to here.
Okay.
I could traverse this entire map with a run. I have 5 agility, so.
Did you go through the mud there, or did you take the long way around?
It looks like there's sort of like a line in the middle. I don't know if that's.
Oh yeah. You can absolutely. Scythia can absolutely run through that. You know, because this is the old meadows of past that are now waterlogged and have turned into these horrible boglands. You know, these are bubbling, but they're also not. You know, they're patches. They're patches of this terrain that's quite difficult to
So
go
I
through.
believe having
Makes
run
total sense.
means they get a -20 to their attempts to shoot me, but a +20 to their attempts to hit me in
Yeah.
melee. So we'll see.
Okay. Excellent. You also might be in cover now from some of the orcs. Although
Yeah,
getting into
behind
cover
this
is its
little
own
barrier
thing.
here.
Just so you know, because cover is amazing, and the orcs have it. Caius.
Yeah.
What do you think?
So what's going on with our truck? Is it in danger of
It is
exploding?
burning.
Yeah.
It has a 3 in 4 chance to explode at the end of this turn.
Cool. I'm just gonna go ahead and put that out if that's cool. I think that's what I would
Solid
do.
move.
Yeah?
Yeah. I think I'm gonna use manipulate flame and do a little bit of. Yeah.
Do you need to make a check to use Manipulate Flame?
No, it's just regular cast. If I can, do things correctly here. So +10. Oh, okay. Well,
Never thought I'd see
horn.
the day.
That's a failure on your
let's-
first action. But
let's
you do have
reroll
fate
that.
points.
Yeah,
Okay.
let's reroll that.
Oh, going for the reroll.
Uh,
Okay.
I'll use a fate.
Ah!
Man,
That is still bad. That is still
here's
a
the
failure,
thing.
getting a...
Here's the thing. I've been using psychic moves for a while now, and I forgot how to do fire. It's real bad.
Yes.
Who needs
But
fate?
that's only
Or
one of
sort
your
of-
actions. You have another action. You can try again.
I know, but I got a plan for the other action. I'll use one more fate point. I'm really I think I can put this fire out. It's a
The
little
orcs are
silly
sitting
like
there
it.
watching him like, "Huh."
This is like freaking a character in like an MMO or something.
There you go. Just look over at home like, shut
Trying.
up, I can do this.
You just gotta idle it for a little bit. Get the
There we go.
That is
Okay.
going to eventually success. Manipulate flame. You can quash all of the little licks of fire around the engine compartment of the truck, which will mean
Excellent.
it won't explode. Pretty good thing, all things
Yeah.
considered.
Yeah, I think that's not bad. Okay, so my other action, I got a plan for that big guy. And he is probably gonna have to make a. Let's see what he's got to do here. He's gonna have a willpower save. So this is gonna be fun.
The big guy behind the cover there.
Yeah, that's the one. That's the one.
Okay. Oh yeah, you used fate points. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Willpower
I'm
save.
gonna hit him with a little hallucination here. So.
Ooh, getting
Make him think he's a cat.
Hallucination for him.
Beautiful. Casting hallucination on an orc there's no way that can go wrong.
Hell yeah.
Does he have a trait against that? He does not. He's just going in with his numbers. And he succeeds.
Wow.
You try to get the orc to hallucinate. There might be a kind of slight.
You cannot affect a mind that is not present.
He's got a
Yeah, you're-
strong mind, this guy. Wow. All right. Fair enough.
Can't
You know, the
hallucinate the
orc-
spores there, guys.
Yeah, the orc is like roaring. It's like half turned, kind of slamming its axe on the metal to kind of rile up the other orcs. And it does kind of like pause. It kind of like stutters, and it does kind of like for a bit. But you don't manage to affect his mind.
Oh, fair enough.
Roaring, imagines it's
Good
a
for
cat
him.
for a second, back to roaring.
Yeah, that was a good roll too. Oh, well.
Good rolls all round. I mean, aside from your first two, which were horrible beyond belief. That's that. Risa, you were in the front with Ohm. You took some damage, although your armor absorbed most of it.
That's right.
What would you like to do?
Well, hold on.
Yeah.
One sec. You know what? I messed that up. And that first roll would have succeeded. I'm dumb though. It doesn't matter. I don't really need a fate. I did +10. I'm supposed to have +20 on manipulate flame.
Oh,
Yeah, I pretty much got a guaranteed manipulate flame. So yeah, that first roll would have
Whichever.
actually succeeded.
We'll remember next time.
Yeah. It's fine.
Just before you take your turn, Risa, I will point out that this is like kind of... Oh, cannot select it. This part is kind of like the hill that the truck has crashed into, and that is slightly raised terrain. Not amazingly useful for you with a flamer, but you could maybe kind of like duck behind it if you needed to. There's a lot of options.
Yeah, is there any cover near me that I can see?
These tank traps would be pretty good cover. Because it's made of really strong ferrocrete, right? These would be Imperial tank traps that have just been kind of left here. They're dotted all over the situation.
Okay. Yeah.
And cover like that is, basically an extra 8 armor, which with you would be amazing.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna. What I would do is just sort of recover from the shock of it and just look over and see if Ohm is all right. Ohm 13, are you unharmed?
Negative.
Is it bad?
I will assess my wounds momentarily.
All right. I'm gonna bail out of the side and try to take cover near the tank trap nearest me.
Yeah, so there's actually a full action we haven't really used much, which is called Tactical Advance, which basically means you move once, but you're in cover the entire time. Even if an orc had like an Overwatch, or like if there was an orc sniper nearby, you would still be in cover technically. So that would be kind of perfect.
That's Snork.
So you can get in there behind the tank trap.
Okay.
And speaking of Ohm, it's actually Ohm next.
I'm gonna use a fate point to get some hit points back.
Yep. Good idea. You are on 6 wounds out of 10 right now.
Do I just slash or just roll 1d4, 1d5?
1d5. You can roll 1d5 in roll 20 because it does not care for your natural
there it
dice
goes.
shapes.
Come on.
Oh, you got to do a slash first.
Yep. Oh, that sucks. Oh well, I'll take the hit point.
Might be all the difference.
And then will move and plunk himself down behind that tank trap that's right next to him.
Yeah, basically do the same thing that Ryza did, but on the other side there. Cool. Is that everything you'd like? And your servo skulls, I put them here because sometimes you might want to do shenanigans with them, but they're one of those things where if you want them not included in combat, they can pretty much just like hide.
Yeah,
What do you think?
Say they'd probably just
They scatter
move away. Hide by Ryza where it's safe.
Yeah, give Ryza the skulls. Excellent. Okay, with that, it's the orc's turn. The Alright. This orc is going to roar. It's going to roar, and it's going to start riling up the other orcs. Now, this is not a true war. Not yet. But you've seen the orcs at this point. You've even parlayed with the orcs slightly. This is a huge creature that wants to kill you. This is a Xenos that you have been trained to hunt and kill and fight. And it is going to be willpower checks for encountering it. This is going to be with a -10, but not for the... But doesn't everyone but Yen have Jaded at this point?
I'm just already crazy.
Jaded means unless it's demons, it's not scary, basically.
Yen,
For Yen, everything's
give me a
scary.
willpower check. You do have a +10 on this, so it's a +0 altogether, because you're an orc friend of the orcs. That orc is not your friend.
So it's a +0 or +10?
+0.
+0.
You would have
okay.
had a -10. And surely
Life
nothing
is
bad will happen.
suffering.
Oh, well, that's a failure with
Life is
3
pain.
degrees. Would you like to use a fate point to edit that?
Yeah, I think I might.
You know how terrifying fear can be. Well,
I've seen
what
it
a good
before.
sentence.
Yes, Ollie. Correct.
Oh, yeah.
Fear
Look,
is
sometimes
terrifying.
when you're DMing, your
Okay,
brain
well,
goes on autopilot.
Yeah,
know how it goes.
Yes, having a time.
Life is pain.
99!
Just getting
Not
worse.
bad. You
Just
can't.
a
You
little
can't
At
worse.
do
least
worse
you've got
than
your
that. Listen, you
99
got-
roll out now.
Slightly
one of the
worse.
few rolls that could have like broken one of your las pistols.
Do I
that's-
re-roll again?
Yeah.
Or do you
But
just
that's up-
sit with the
that's
fact
up
that
to
you rolled a
you.
99 and honestly, that's its own type
Can't,
of
you
respect?
can't do worse. Think about it that way.
Can do one worse.
Yeah, I guess that's fair.
I'll go
Gamble
one
for
more time.
the
more
one
time.
worse. Yeah, Enemin,
Yeah.
go for it.
I'm gambling it.
Join my party. Use 2 fate
Hey!
points.
Okay,
There you
that's
go.
a success
See?
with 2 degrees.
Third time's the charm.
Maybe for a moment, Yen is over his head. Maybe for a moment. But you managed to turn it together. Okay. The orc is going to train its slugger and actually fire at Ohm.
Holy shit.
You're most in front of it. It's going to be a single shot right now. It is neutral range. It can't really... Orcs basically cannot take the aim action, like, because all of their weapons are so shoddy, which is kind of funny. So it's just going to be with his ballistic skill, which is actually pretty abysmal. That's pretty funny. That's a 97. He does not hit. He is going to shoot again. Right now, just sort of taking pot shots while you guys get in position, and they're horrible, right? You hear the slugger like makes a lot of noise, but the bullets just kind of thunk into the ground near you. They launch up like clods of earth, but they're not really doing anything. You can kind of focus.
Wouldn't
on
call it
preparing
aiming.
yourself. He's just sort of shooting in your general direction, yeah. Then there's the rest of the orcs. Now, these front two are just reloading. They cannot do anything else right now. They're reloading. This one is going to start shooting at Scythia. That means
That's what I
they
figured.
have a
Minus 30.
minus 20.
Minus 20
which
just for
means
the
they're
running,
just-
but the cover.
Yes. Well, covered is mostly damage reduction in
Oh, okay.
comparison,
Well,
right?
cool then.
Um,
Minus 20 then.
So it's going to take just a pot shot, which means it'll have a plus 10 in general. So that'll even out to a minus 10. Orc stonks. And it's going to hit.
Stonks.
That's
I'm gonna
pretty
dodge.
remarkable.
I'm gonna dodge.
Getting
actually.
an 8 and a 14. Yeah, go ahead and dodge.
I'm gonna fail the dodge, but I'm gonna re-roll the dodge.
Yep.
I'm gonna fail the dodge again.
Ooh, that's rough. Okay.
That's okay. I don't mind.
The strike hit, it would have been an 80, so it would actually hit you in the leg, which kind of makes sense as you're running. 1d10.
What's the DR on the cover?
This is an 8 damage reduction on top of where your leg armor is. So you, in theory, should be fine unless
I
it
think
rolls
I'll be
really
okay.
well, and-
Yeah.
Well, that's 14 damage.
14.
What's the armor with an extra plus 8?
My armor is only 3, so I'm gonna take 3 damage, but that's okay. It's
That's
actually
not
helpful.
bad.
That's
all
actually
things
helpful.
considered.
That's actually helpful to me because I have the trait suffering as an unrelenting instructor, which means my next roll will have a plus 20 regardless of what it is because I have been hurt.
Yes, which is amazing, by the way. Seeing just,
Mark that.
even though this is kind of a grazing hit, seeing that they've drawn blood sends these orcs into a bit of a. They're getting more excited. They're getting more into it, and then he is going to take a semi-auto shot at you next, Scythia, which has way less chance of succeeding.
Yep, still at minus 20.
Yeah, but bless him, he's excited. Target is 4.
Target 4 is yeah.
Target 4.
Hell yeah.
That is pretty good. This orc here is actually just going to start sort of shuffling closer. The regular orc boys they're just so big and chunky that they move quite awkwardly and slowly. And then this one up here is not gonna move. It is just gonna start taking pot shots towards Ohm. It's actually within half range here, which actually the one before would have been, but I forgot. And it should. Well, let's just see what happens, I guess. Plus 10. So this is semi-auto. So degrees of success would determine how many times you actually hit Ohm. You would be hit once here. Would you like to try and dodge?
Sure.
Go ahead
It's
and give me
always
a dodge
possible.
Skill roll. It's always possible.
Nope.
Talking about a target of 4,
Yeah.
that is going to be one shot. It would be a shot to your 23. That would be a shot to the left arm. You do have an extra 8 armor there because of your cover.
Oh, that doesn't
would you
do
take any
anything,
damage?
man.
Excellent.
Nope. He soaks it.
He is going to try shooting again. Oh, he's got loads of ammo in his clip. He's got loads of it. The fact that the first two managed to drain it is kind of worrying, in fact. So, basically the same thing. But this is nowhere even close. Now the orc's bullets are starting to get closer, Ohm. This one pings into the tank trap beside you, but surely not a problem. That's when the orc with the flamer starts moving. Like the others, kind of shuffling with the weight of the equipment on their back, this orc is clearly a specialist. They have the gas mask that is hissing. They have the big tank of, like, either Promethium they've stolen or something they brewed themselves, and they have this burner. It's kind of like a long-necked cousin to a flamer, and it actually has pretty good range. It actually has enough range to... Oh, it doesn't quite have enough range to fire on Risa or Ohm, but it can fire towards Scythia.
Okie doke.
But wouldn't it be toasting the gun
It would
and
toast
the
the
two
guy
other orcs?
directly
Would be
in front,
toasting
yeah.
everything else. So I feel like it kind of like it gets in a position to do it, and then just takes the moment to kind of think it through and kind of lowers the weapon and moves a little closer. What's actually interesting about the burner as well is that unlike Rice's flamer, this thing is constantly on fire. Like the whole head of it is like a flaming
It's like a
mouth
paint
of a
scraper.
dragon.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that guy just sort of hefts and moves into position to unleash some fire towards you. And you can kind of even tell that it's kind of upset that the truck didn't explode. I think they all-
Who put out the fire? God damn it. Angry orc. Like,
Yen, if you want the freebooter to fight with you, it will be a cost of 20 influence.
Or, you know, have him
Hell
do
yeah.
one of those cool flares that his people have.
It's a thing as
Chilling
well.
the fuck out.
It's an option.
Cool flares?
Remember they signaled each other with flares?
Oh,
This guy
yeah.
has flares.
I don't know. Unless I steal them. I could steal them.
No.
You could try and pickpocket the orc if you want to save your
hell
influence.
yeah.
That is
We have a
potentially an
whole-
option.
We have a
Get
whole
this guy on our
orc here.
side,
Tell
man. Come on.
I am worried by that cheeky smile on Enovan's face.
I will try influence. How do you
that
spell
episode where
influence
Enovan
again?
wipes the
This is
party.
not even an influence check. This is just a cost. You would minus 20 from your influence. Influence is the only attribute that goes up and down, independent of things. So this would be lowering your ability to purchase things in the future, but this guy is fighting with you now and maybe more later. It's a big
Hell yeah.
cost, but he is
We can use this
a
back
whole
for
orc on the
battle.
level of that knob with a very big gun.
Okay, I'll spend the influence to try and convince him.
Hell yeah.
No, you're not trying. You're good.
Okay, let me give him an initiative roll then.
Hey, we really could use some help here, you know.
What? You can't convince him yourself?
Well, you know, it's a little bit difficult considering we're very small.
I think a bullet like pings the back of the truck by your head. Oh, fine. And he'll like heft up his gun.
Was he still sitting in the formerly burning truck? at
I
this
think
point?
he would have been like sitting on the back, like on the back step, and then just
Eating a
kind of like
cigar?
lean to the point where he ends up standing and like take the weapon with him, and it'll start spinning because it's basically a Gatling laser.
Hell yeah.
And he'll give you like a playful shove of orc respect. And we'll even kind of shout out, it's like, "Oi! These UBs are good uns!" But there's just so much like bullet fire and things going on.
orcs don't care.
Roll to have
They
Yin
they
not
are
be
fighting
thrown-
now.
Yeah, I was
They
going
are
to
not
say Yen
going
is
to stop.
stumbling.
Yeah, roll to have Yin not end up 10 yards away.
You want to be fastball specialed by the orc.
I was going to say he stumbled. I could do a check, though. I could do an athletics check so I don't become prone.
Go ahead.
Punches
We'll
him like
see.
Hulk and Thor.
Well,
Yeah, it is. It is a yeah. You're good, smash, and then just doesn't look. Doesn't care where you ended up. He's doing his own thing now.
Yen just falls into the mud.
All right, that's Yen's action-packed turn. Scythia,
Everyone's-
you're in the thick of it.
I'm gonna move to here. Actually, to here.
Can you give me an agility check for the mud real quick?
Yeah, probably. What's
We'll have a
my
plus 20, so
modifier? Okay.
which makes sense a lot. You know, you've been bloodied by these guys. You are not gonna let yourself get stuck in
7
the mud.
degrees
Yeah.
of success.
You basically skip over the water.
I'm gonna lightning attack this guy in front of me, Ollie, which is I get an extra damage roll for every degree of success.
Yeah.
I have a plus 20 on the attack because of suffering is an unrelenting instructor, and we're just gonna see if I can get it. 6. So I attack this
Ooh.
guy 6 times.
You deal 6 instances of damage. It's going to be
So-
a
Let me
to his
roll it for
body.
you. Let me.
This
Yeah,
orc's
please
gonna be
do.
fine.
Let me roll it.
Well,
for
the thing is,
you.
each instance has its own armor check, right?
It's
So we'll
20,
see how much
20,
damage it does.
15, 17, 12.
No, he's dead.
Just eviscerated.
Disemboweled him.
I just
Yeah.
I just fucking Goku teleported behind him and just fucking eviscerated his ass.
Oh my woman.
Yeah, oh
Didn't
my
I?
god.
Personal kid.
Oh, that
All the other
orc
orcs are like,
This
holy
is right
shit.
from the start. Yeah.
Yeah, the orcs are getting excited.
That's gotta panic the nearby friend for
No,
sure.
now they
No,
like
he-
you. That's the problem.
I don't think the
two
orcs
ra-
get sad.
Okay, but 2 Righteous Furies means we've got 2 criticals that need to happen
That is true.
on the
you're
guy,
right.
which could be like blood spews everywhere or whatever, you know.
Please roll me 2 d10s for Righteous Fury.
Yeah.
And that was rending to the body, which
A
can
10
have some
and a
fun
3.
things happen. Oh, the 10 is going to be what we're looking for here.
You unzipped him.
Righteous Fury. That's going to be in critical damage. So I'm fairly sure you're going to get your wish, and there is going to be
Fountain of gore.
a
Gore
fountain of
fountain.
gore.
Holy shit.
Rending damage to the body. I have to get the tables up. The tables.
Lightning attack
Okay,
is
a
bullshit
10.
when you get a free plus 20 from being hurt.
You do. You create a 4-meter blood splatter around you, which can cause people to fall prone.
Nice.
He also is suffering blood loss. He is just blood at this point. Though,
I mean,
so that
he's
is fairly irrelevant.
he's
Plus
just
the
blood.
god.
But the blood spray is good. It isn't actually one of the ones. Some of these can cause people to make fear checks nearby.
Yeah,
but
they
this is
can.
just anyone who moves will make a +0 check not to fall over, because there is a huge splattering of gore.
He dropped his spaghetti.
He did drop all of his inner
spaghetti.
spaghetti all over the place,
Yeah.
and that's
That's it. That's my
pretty
turn.
much-
Wait,
that's
I can't split movement, can I? No, I can't. I moved and then I attacked.
No, not
so
in
we're
the
good.
system.
We're good. No.
Uh,
There is a feat that allows you to, like, if you attack someone in melee, then you can move again, but I don't have that. So.
Nice.
Kind of similar to what Yen has, actually.
That's it.
Just as a desperado. Okay, Caius.
Yeah.
Things are getting done over there. There is just an
I see
explosion of
that.
blood
I've actually,
in the
Yeah,
orc
you just
account.
see one of the orcs, like, anime slide apart and just blood spray.
Oh,
Kill Bill
it's
levels
like
of blood
literal.
spray.
Yeah.
I've got a plan for our specialist boy, actually, the flamethrower guy. So
The guy with the big tank of.
Are you gonna
Prometheum on
control
his
the
back?
flame
Yeah.
on his gun? Yeah.
Make it go back up the tube.
Wait, what? Why is my target 0? That's wrong. Oh, sorry.
You may have included a essentially a double
one-
positive, which
One,
can happen.
one sec. Yeah, that's supposed to be focus power, willpower. So that would hit.
Yeah, that's a success. We'll allow
yeah,
it.
that's a success.
You casting Dominate?
I'm gonna
Excuse me?
dominate his mind.
What?
He's gonna have
That
to.
sucks.
He's gonna have to roll a willpower check to
Oh my
to
God.
get away from that.
Okay. I will say, an orc's willpower is better than their gun skill. Straight
Ah,
up,
shit.
mathematically. And that is
Ridiculous.
pretty funny.
I mean,
It's not because
I'm
they're
sure,
smart.
I guess
because they're dumb.
They're grug. Yeah. What
Oh.
is happening?
Oh my god, he makes it.
What's
He
going
gets
on
a
with these
6
orcs?
on a
These are the most-
30.
These are the most willful orcs I've met in my life.
You guys were talking shit about the orcs.
Oh,
No, we
jeez.
weren't.
Okay, well.
I
there's
never
the-
once talked shit. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
So both of these orcs have rolled like below 15. Okay.
That's
All right,
true,
fair.
yeah. Below,
Yeah,
yeah. You try
make this
to
one
Just
affect
get-
the
just-
mind.
Just get him again, Caius. Just get him again.
Yeah.
Get him again.
I'm gonna get him next time. I can't. That's a full action.
Oh, okay.
Full action
Yeah.
attempt.
No,
Yeah.
if I get him, he's mine. You know. But
You actually see that the orc kind of lowers the burner slightly and does the frickin' move at you.
yeah.
Did
You're
he tilt his
target
head like
now.
a dog?
He doesn't understand what's going on because orcs don't really understand psychic stuff, but he's
Yeah.
getting a gross vibe now, and
Yeah.
he's gonna be coming for you.
Nice.
Risa, you're behind cover.
That's right.
What's your plan?
Well, I'd like to, can I use the radio to contact, Ohm 13?
You could. It would be easier than yelling over the sound of combat, yeah,
Yeah,
for sure. And that's just free. You can talk amongst yourselves for
Alright.
free. If you ever try to convince someone of something, then
Yeah,
it becomes
sure.
an action.
Just gonna.
Ohm 13, can you hear me?
You are being received.
Ohm 13, do you have any tactical insight into the situation?
Kill the biggest one.
Acknowledged.
Have you seen any of them?
Bryce is gonna ready the flamer and open fire at the biggest one.
And now you have the what is it? The strong big lady talent.
That's right.
where
It's
you
called
don't need to
bulging
ready anymore?
biceps.
Yeah, bulging
Bulging
biceps, no
biceps.
brace, but no
We
brace
made her
required.
a buff woman.
Just heft the heavy flamer
9'6" tall buff lady.
As
Yeah.
the flamer goes off, the servo skull begins playing the American Gladiators theme song.
Is this going to be targeted at the head honcho?
The biggest one.
Hell yeah. Okay.
Merry
I need
Christmas,
to make
you
agility
big
checks.
old orc.
As an orc. The head orc, the knob, is not actually bad at this.
Yeah, apparently
these
not.
orcs,
What
dude.
can I
Jesus.
say? What can I say? Finally, I'm playing enemies that roll well.
Also,
Uh,
not actually
sick
bad
of
at
these
this.
orcs
Rolls a
already.
35 target. Like, that's still
Yeah.
kind of bad at this.
For
of it. I'm
enemies,
sick of this
that's pretty
shit.
good. Yeah, I'm happy when I see a 30. Yeah, you launched a stream from the heavy flamer, and the orc just kind of freaking ducks down quickly. You do singe the trophy pole on his back, which only makes him mad. The pole of skulls and helmets and things. We even see a Space Marine helmet on there.
So upset.
And it is
Yeah.
going...
So you're saying he's
Well-
guilty of murder?
It's an orc.
Yes, he's also guilty of being an orc.
A lot of us are guilty of murder, okay? It's fine.
Do you not remember that ship we were on?
You can make
I-
another attack, though, with
I
heavy
have 2
flame
attacks,
finish.
right? I can do it again. I'd like to go again.
Okay.
Again.
He dodges again.
He dodged
Holy
again?
shit.
Oh no!
Yo, what is
The
happening? with these
barricade that they're hiding behind, painted blue like the faces of many of the orcs, is slowly starting to melt.
I just
But the
torch
orc
you.
is fine.
Is this something I can
Sick
use
of
a
these
fate point
guys.
on to re-roll?
You can't reroll other people's dice.
Yeah,
Right,
no,
right,
because
You
it's
reroll
his dice.
Any
yeah.
of yours.
Okay.
Can I make you re-roll not to dodge?
Hey, that's a thing in other systems.
That feel when you start
Uh,
doing it to your fellow players, you're like, the player's like, I'm gonna dodge, and you're like, no, you're not. My fate point says you're not.
All right.
All
Well,
kinds of shenanigans would be
I don't
ready.
think I've actually lit anything on fire with this heavy flamer yet. So
Soon.
You did
Yeah.
miss your first shot on
Soon.
I've
No,
missed-
you killed
Have
the
I killed
worms. You
anything?
killed some worms.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You
yeah,
didn't
all
kill
right.
Donovan,
When
but you did
Ohm
kill
was
worms as
bracing.
well.
That's right. That's right. Okay.
You're trying
well,
your best, and that's what matters.
The comm is going to light up, and then there's going to be just
That was not the correct method.
and that's it. That's all I get, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Correct.
Okay. Rip.
Let's see how well you can do.
See how well he can do what? Ohm can't do nothing.
I don't know. Shoot anything.
Throw a grenade.
Ohm doesn't have grenade. He took his apart, remember?
Oh yeah.
That is
right.
true. Yeah.
He used the parts to build the skulls.
Throw the skulls at him.
No. I need that for later when we die.
Yeah.
Well, what Ohm's gonna do is do another fate point and get some more health.
Oh yeah,
back.
keep repairing. That's way better than last time.
Yeah, well, we'll take that. So now we're down to 2 damage. Is there any way he could possibly dig himself in more for a better cover save on the tank trap?
I would allow you to make a check for that. I mean, you have a manipulator arm. You could literally dig a small trench. I think the most logical thing for that would be a strength check, like strength attribute.
And he gets a plus
Which
20
you
to
get,
that.
you get a plus 20 to it. I will give you... No, this is plus 0. It's fine. Degrees of success will determine how much better your armor is. Extra plus 2 armor. I mean, you know, we take that. Let me give you a little pit to sit in. Little ohm hole.
Going to make an interconnected series of tunnels.
Yeah, if the fight goes on long enough, you're just gonna dig up under them.
Yeah.
Start sapping the orc's position.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, it's not a bad idea.
It's a terrible idea, Ollie. Don't say like it's not a bad idea.
It's good enough for the Tyranids.
Look,
it's good enough for us.
It's good enough for the Tyranids. It's good enough for the Death Corps of Krieg. That's what they'd be doing if they were here.
No, they'd be
Whole
making
place would be trenches as far as
they'd be
the eye
making a
can see.
trench network, but not sapping for sure. They'd be preparing for war, World War I style. That's what they'd be doing.
Look at that
As you're digging the
With their
hole,
horses.
you could look behind you, and the orc is just standing over it. At this point, he is gonna make an attack with his snaz gun.
I know that's not what you're doing, but I was going to laugh if the orc just walked up and murked me while I'm in my pit.
Just freaking like
Just looks
kicks you
down
in
into the
head.
hole, lifts gun, just massacres you.
The rest of the party just sees a bunch of flashes go off. Oh, he wasn't one of yours, was he?
Oops.
This is gonna, of course, be semi-auto because it's a. If he's not doing semi or full auto, why does he have a Gatling laser?
Yeah, sure.
He does have a slight bonus.
Nope.
There's really pretty lights over the battlefield. Actually,
Make
that
him
is
use a
actually
fate
horrible.
point.
Oh my god, he doesn't have fate points. He readies the position over you. The gun, which is made up of multiple las guns, right, will start spinning, start heating up, and start launching bullets.
The last guns
blasts.
just start flying off to the side, like.
Yeah, he's
No, that
shooting
should have
down
been the
birds.
100
He's
roll.
like,
Is that it?
Yeah.
The whole thing starts glowing red, and he's just holding down the trigger, and you just hear a, "Oh, bollocks," and it just blows up in his hands. He's
Nice.
actually gonna take a really big damage roll
Oh no.
of damage to his arms.
I think
because of it.
Enovan gets a refund here.
Oh, he rolled well because he rolled not much. It's not gonna be that bad. Like his hand gets slightly burnt, and he'll just kind of like lift it and like lick it, and then just freaking like start trying to jam the gun. It is now jammed.
Nice.
Great job. Great job.
I like
So-
our investment here.
Yeah. But you saw his gun deals 2d10 damage.
Yeah, no.
Imagine
that's
if
fair,
it didn't
that's fair.
deal it to himself.
Yeah.
true.
It would have been really good.
Yeah, cool.
You briefly
Hooray.
pause your the stream of fire from your heavy flame riser, and that's when you see an object get hurled from the orc encampment from the knob. a stick bomb. Now, it's a grenade. It might bounce and not hit you. It might bounce and hit a lot of you. We will see.
Woo.
How far can he throw that thing? Damn.
It's a knob.
Strong.
Oh boy.
Please no.
So that bounces, of course. It is. Can one of you just roll me a d10 for the direction? And then I believe it also bounces another d10 meters. Might be a d5 actually.
I am not one of the people under threat, and therefore choose not to roll the d10.
Yeah, Caius, can you just roll me a d10 real quick to
yeah.
determine whether either you or the car or Yen explodes?
Please, I am
three.
prone.
I am baby.
Grenade just lands in front of you.
Okay, and then can you roll me a d5? Because this could be really good for you guys. The grenade would have landed here in the middle of all of you and hit all of you.
Yeah.
Woo!
It goes 3 meters this way and basically hits the top of the truck.
Okay.
No one is within range of it, so it's going to explode. It's just going to explode in front of the truck. It is going to set the truck back on fire, admittedly.
Nice.
Because, of course it is.
I'm sick of putting this truck out of fire.
But it means that the grenade doesn't hit all of you and make you all explode.
Yeah.
After that
Yay.
is when you hear what you had been fearing. The
A helicopter.
orc in charge unhinges its jaw and just roars into the air. The orcs were already excited because this is a real proper fight, not against just the guardsmen, but against people who are kind of fighting back properly. Even another orc. They are now going to be able to make a standard attack as a free action, all of the other orcs in earshot, or charge. This guy is going to... He's just slightly out of range, which is kind of a shame. So he might actually charge Sifia, which is kind of funny. The guy with the flamer charging Sifia. But I think it
That's where
makes
you
more
want to get
sense
into
for him.
melees with a flamer.
You would be surprised. An orc
He's
flamer?
gonna have to make an agility check if he charges me, because he's got to go through that blood.
gotta get
Oh,
through his friend.
no. Okay, you know, this guy is actually going to be the cool orc who doesn't act. He's
Oh,
gonna stay
really?
there.
Come on, you know you
Yeah.
want to roll agility.
I will do so because it'll be funny.
Charge
Yeah.
the
Funny.
assassin, you won't.
Hell yeah.
It'll be funny.
Hey guys, I'm gonna do a meme.
Hey guys, look at me!
He might succeed.
29 plus 0. Honestly, given their luck.
No.
Kills himself.
The orc with the burner starts running and just up onto its back. Thunk.
Oh, he's like a turtle now.
Yeah.
Oil slicks on
This
so.
one is going to...
Roll to
Come
have
on.
him not laugh
Come
at the other
on.
one.
It would
Come
also
on.
charge. It's
Yeah,
close enough.
it can't
It's gonna
charge
do
because
it.
it's too close, but it can move forward.
If it can't charge because it's too close, it will actually just have to shoot, sadly.
I mean, it can move and then attack.
Not with this ability. This is a
alright.
special orc ability.
Maybe it's different than charge then. I don't know.
No, it's
Oh, yeah.
it's weird, kind of, sort of its own thing, because orcs, it'll just shoot you. That's okay. Don't worry. It'll just shoot you.
Yeah, all right.
It actually
Did
has
he
a
have to
plus
roll to
20
be
on the roll, which is
affected
pretty
by
good.
seeing his friend unbuttoned, though?
No, weirdly enough,
A plus
this
20.
time. You are within point blank range.
Oh well.
Yeah.
That's going to be
I'm gonna try and dodge.
2 shots semi-auto, so you can dodge one of them. Unless you have, do you have 2 reactions yet?
No.
Okay, cool. So
I
give me a
don't
dodge roll for the
dodge.
first shot. Ooh. Okay. So that is going to be 2 shots against you because he was firing semi-auto.
Okay.
It's going to be 10 plus 4 impact damage. It will be to the left arm.
All right.
So it's 11 damage first, followed up by 12 damage second.
Okay, well, I burn a fate point not to die.
Well, you don't die when you reach full wounds.
All right,
starts
well, I'm
becoming
well
critical
past
damage.
full wounds. I'm hyper in
Yeah.
deep to not full
How
wounds.
much critical damage you take above your wounds?
Okay, so I'm taking 3 off of each of these rolls. So the first
Yeah.
one takes me to my maximum, and then the
Yeah, so the
second one
next
is
one is
12
double.
damage above. Or I guess
Okay,
9
you're going to
damage.
be rolling a fate point. You're going to be
9
burning a
it's-
fate point permanently
it's,
not to die.
It's 9 damage above. It's not
Oh.
12 damage above.
9 damage.
actually.
Okay. 9 might... We'll see. Okay. Shot to the arm. Shot to the arm, impact damage. It could go either way.
It's my left arm, so it's not my sword arm, thankfully.
It's your left arm, and it is launched off your body, of course. It's going to go
Sick deal.
sailing towards the rest of the party. You would die if you do not wish to burn a fate point. Burning a fate point means that you permanently reduce your fate
Doesn't
point
matter.
maximum.
I permanently reduced my fate point maximum. What do I give a shit?
I'm explaining it to the others. I know you're happy to do it.
I've only got 2 anyway.
Yeah. So you're still
Arms
going to
and
be
fate
in that situation.
Well, I only have 1 of each
actually,
now.
no. So there's an interesting thing that happens when you burn a fate point is that you basically become a non-combatant. You are not.
Aw, come on! Let me keep
no, it's
going.
literally the rules.
Are you really gonna take me out of this fucking match? Taking my arm off and then saying don't fight anymore?
It is.
that what
it
you're
is
gonna
your
do to
last
me?
session. It is your
Listen, you
last
said
session,
that.
and it's not your sword arm. I'll allow it this time. Usually, when you burn a fate point, you become a non-combatant, and you just.
I mean,
kind
if
of
they hit me
rouse
again,
the
I'm
fight.
probably dead, so what does
Ollie,
it matter?
To be fair, Ollie, she did pull off 2 Righteous Furies last round, so
That's
I
right.
Yeah,
think
yeah, yeah.
she's
Well,
got-
I'm going to allow it. It's Alf's last session. Let's go wild. Scythia's arm kind of lands near you, Risa, with the
Nice.
thunk. This guy here is going to shoot at Risa with his free war action.
Wah.
Yeah. 24. It is just barely half range. These are fairly long range guns. That's going to hit you, Risa. Do you
Jeez.
wish to try and dodge?
Yes.
Bear in mind you have the armor bonus.
Does it stand a chance at hurting me with the armor bonus? Of
You have a +8 armor bonus, plus all of your armor in your body is already like 8.
It's
plus your toughness.
Yeah.
yeah. I don't.
I don't think it can mathematically hurt you.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, you're fine.
Yeah.
The armor will
You
soak that
can't
one.
mathematically hurt me.
That's very Mechanicus.
Uh,
This guy is going to, of course, shoot at Ohm. It's going to be a multiple shot semi-auto banger. Which means it's just a +10.
All you guys in your cover. God.
It's going to be a
Jeez.
shot on you, Ohm.
these orcs.
Do you wish to try and dodge?
Well, may as well, right?
But also,
It
aren't
would
you
be
like super dug
11.
in deep right now? You're probably okay.
Well, actually, yeah,
11
that's a
deep.
good point. You have a
Yeah,
+10
no, it's not
armor.
gonna do anything.
Yeah, it doesn't do
It's not going to
anything.
do anything. There is a
Yeah.
ping of a bullet, a couple of bullets above the little pit you've dug. More likely to
Oh,
hit
just
the
keeps
orc
digging
above you than you,
deeper.
actually. And this guy actually is going to see that and is actually going to shoot the freebooter, which is good. It takes fire away from you guys.
And when he dies, I can pull his corpse over top of me. And
And have a little like spider trap nest.
yeah,
Oh, the one time I
But
shoot the
I guess
NPC.
it misses that.
misses.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Not that the
Okay.
hits have.
Scythia's
Not that the hits have mattered.
yeah.
So now it's the orc's actual turn. That was their war action.
oh fuck off.
Is that
Now
only
they get
a
to do
one-time
it
thing,
again.
or do they get that every?
Regardless of whatever the rules say, they're only getting that once.
Oh,
come-
okay.
Come
Yeah,
at me,
yeah.
orc. Get out your
got it.
chopper and see how you do. That's all I gotta
The
say.
like honorable fight. Yeah.
She's standing there with one arm, just like bleeding out.
Yeah.
The orc is gonna do that, right? Orcs are surprisingly honorable combatants.
He has to make
when
an agility
challenged.
check to move, but yes.
He has to get up, then make an agility check to move.
No,
Oh
which
no,
one? Which one?
he's not prone. That's right. The other guy's
Which-
prone. So
yeah, the
let's
other
see
guy's prone.
agility check right away. 29.
I really hope he falls
0.
over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like sees it's an honorable combat. Drops
makes
its
it to the
shooter,
next
prepares
square,
its
which is
blade.
great for
it
him.
moves closer and slips,
Nice.
falling on its ass beside you.
Oh no.
Blimey.
I like it beside me.
Uh,
Yeah, that's good. That's where I want it to be. I don't want to move because I'll fall over, but...
The orc with the burner is going to move into position and
Doesn't he have to roll to get up?
Yeah, he's prone. He's prone in blood. Right
don't have
now.
to roll to get up. You have to just take an action to get up. Actually, do you have to
Oh.
roll to get up?
Well, no, he doesn't have to roll to get up, but he's in blood, so to move out, he'd have to make an agility check, right?
Oh yeah, moving out. Absolutely. I'll agree with that. I mean,
Come on, blood.
you're still stiff.
Blood, blood,
blood.
blood.
Yeah.
Oh, he did it. He did it. Okay, all right.
Very
did it.
agile boy for a
But
giant
it
pack of Prometheum
means-
on him.
Hey, look, you have to be pretty talented to be able to use the flamethrower in the first place.
I guess, yeah.
Unless
He doesn't have enough
Arisa-
actions left to shoot, so that's fine for him. I actually did this slightly out of order, but who cares? This guy is gonna kind of move forward 1 and then shoot at the freebooter. 24 plus 20. Plot armor on the freebooter.
You know,
Apparently.
it's freebooter.
This guy's just gonna move into position better, but their orcs takes a long time.
He's so tiny.
He's so small by comparison, yeah. The, knob is just taking up so many squares.
Here I go, Dad.
One more is gonna shoot towards
Bobby!
Rice,
Bull. Dang old Imperials.
Okay, Ricer, you are
Your
gonna
Ricer's
actually
not gonna
get
take
shot
any damage.
twice. Oh, but it's 2 shots, so he has 2 attempts.
2 attempts
All right.
to breach the mathematically impossible armor cap? Yeah.
I'm into it.
Yeah, sure, he could do it. I believe, even though he can't get Righteous Fury.
Nope.
Sometimes the bullets hit your armor, Ricer. Sometimes
Nice
they hit the
try,
trap.
heretic.
doesn't
It doesn't do
Doing?
anything.
Making a
Doesn't look
necklace?
great.
Okay.
What about
After
this
all of
guy
that-
on the... What about this guy on the
Oh.
far south here? Has he done anything? This
Yeah, he was shooting Ricer.
Okay,
then.
all right.
That was
I
the
just
last
wanted to
guy.
check. I just want to check.
Yen.
Now it's
Also-
Yen's time to shine.
Help me,
Do
yeah.
you have a new gun?
That is true, but I need to spend. I need to get up first because I am
Kill-
prone.
Kill the flamer
Yeah.
boy.
You're not prone. You're laying on your belly. Shoot from a secure position.
You could shoot from your
Yeah,
belly,
right.
or you could get up from prone, move, and then shoot for free because you're a desperado.
Yeah, I think I might do that. That sounds a bit more beneficial than just lying in the mud.
Well,
Caius
mud
is
can
doing
be
it.
good for you.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fine. I'm loving it.
Okay, is that
Good
your
lord.
plan of action? You're gonna get up and
Yeah, I'm gonna get up and move. Is that half
Okay.
my movement, or is that just a?
No, that's
That's
D&D
free.
5e.
Okay.
You move fine, but you just take an action to get up. So you get up, move, desperado shenanigans. You can shoot with each of your guns.
Okay. I would like to move over to here into cover.
Okay, you're not going to be
And-
in full cover because you haven't used like an action to get in there, but it's going to reduce damage somewhat.
And which one's the one with the flamer? Is it the big boy?
This boy is the one with the flamer who is currently 18 meters away from you. I think that would have
18
mattered for your
meters.
compact las pistol, but probably not the other two.
Yeah, I think I'm good with that. Yeah. Yeah, 30.
Come on.
30 and 20.
Hot shot and are you? So what's your gun loadout right now? Do you have the compact and your regular, or your regular and your hot shot?
I have my regular and my hotshot.
Cool. Go ahead and attack with whichever one's your fancy first.
I'd like to aim for the flamer as well.
that would have been an action. That's a cold shot. Oh, can you do
Hey,
cold
and
shots
I get,
as a half
Yeah,
action?
cold
I get
shots.
cool. No, I get them for free. I have no
You get 'em for
penalty to
free?
cool shot. Well, I have no
It's not
penalty to them.
It's not. It still costs a half action to do, but
Oh,
Yeah,
you don't
okay.
have a penalty.
Usually a cold shot is a full action, so you can just. Ooh, you can't do it as your desperado then.
Oh, it might. Yeah,
right?
it might
'Cause
not be
you're
possible.
moving and then shooting.
Yeah, that's a good point,
But
actually.
you could have stood where you were and did it if that's still your plan, because you would still be
Yeah.
in range. You just wouldn't be in cover. It's whether you want the cover or the flamer shot. With a hot shot las pistol that has penetration on it.
Yeah, I'm probably going to go back to where it was.
Runs over, runs back.
back in the mud.
It's like, wait a second, wait a
Yeah.
second. No, this place is much better.
Hi,
Okay,
Ryza.
go ahead and make your shot. Shoot your shot.
Okay.
Aiming for the flamer. Wow.
We're
Aim
all
for the
counting.
flamer.
Good luck.
That's going to be long range, right?
Your range on your hot shot gun is what?
20 meters.
It would be long range.
Yeah, it's one more.
It's slightly long range. That's the way it would be.
And that'd just be standard as well, right? Because there's no penalty. The cool shot.
Yeah.
And...
Woo!
4 degrees of success.
Nice.
I'm gonna roll an agility. Roll your damage first, and I'm gonna roll an agility check to see if it explodes and if it hits.
Oh, shit.
that damage is also +3, by the way. On top of that.
13 then. Yeah.
Because I've got...
Seven pen
mighty
is
shot.
pretty great.
Wait, it's
7 pen
technically-
is pretty
it's
great. That's how the hot
2.5,
shot
but
works.
you
It
round
rounds
up
up.
or
It rounds up.
round up. Okay, so yeah, it's +3. Woo!
Okay. Even with that penetration, this is an orc. Orcs are really big, really bulky. You see the shot, so unlike the shots from your other las guns, they have this like satisfying crack. This is like a photonic boom in your hand, right? A wide blast of heat is launched towards it. You see it go through the burner into the orc. That's how hot and powerful the laser is.
Jesus Christ.
But the orc kind of like looks down, and then the flamer starts like exploding, and the promethium starts like spraying out of it and setting alight. It is gonna take the pen damage. Then roll me a d10 for the burner explosion.
Four.
He lives. The boy lives. Against all odds. But that's only your first shot.
Yeah, not if I have anything to say about it.
Go ahead.
Oh wait,
and
it was a
shoot
cold
with
shot.
your,
It's a full action.
Oh, yeah.
Not for him.
No, it
right?
still is. It still is. It's just
Yeah.
a lack of penalty. That's all.
So you
that's
can't
all
do
that
cold
happens.
shots with dual wielding. That does kind of make sense.
Yeah, no, it's just it's a full action still. I'm pretty sure
Okay.
because it is for me anyway.
It might be a little bit different
It's
for
the
Yen, but let's
same
just say
skill.
that's it.
I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure
It is the same skill. It's whether he has something similar.
Yeah, we'll just go with that for now.
Because
I think
let's just
that
go
I think
with
that's
that
pretty
for
good.
now. And move on to Scythia. Using one of your death defies.
I guess I stab this orc that is lying. We'll go with a full action lightning attack and try again on this guy.
Yeah, you have a plus 20 because he's prone in the blood.
Yeah, I don't have the plus 20 for being. Oh wait, no, it's only the first time I get hurt, not multiple times. So
Okay.
I don't have that. So
Losing an arm is maybe a bit much to give you a plus.
It's definitely not a helpful maneuver. So we're just gonna do another lightning attack on this boy. That's damage. Sorry, I didn't mean to roll that. No aim and there, and here we go with a plus 20. 3 degrees of success.
3 degrees of success.
So she's just gonna go nuts, stabbing at this
Yeah.
this orc on the ground for that much. 13,
Yeah.
17, 18.
Well, he's
to
joined
whatever
the blood
his
pool now.
to whatever his 73 is.
back to blood.
His 73 is worse. He's definitely dead.
Yeah.
You know.
He
there's not really much chance
pulls
for
the
him.
chopper out, moves forward to attack her, falls on the ground, and she just like completely fucking dead-eye battle crazy, just like mutilates him on the ground, and
Turns
I
him into
can't do
heckin'
any,
pate.
I can't do anything else. I'm just there. That's it.
I feel like the orc
Awesome.
wouldn't even be mad about it. Like, yep.
that's it.
There's
Yeah,
like some
I deserve
struggling,
that,
but
yeah.
like for ways for orcs to die, that's got to be up there.
Yeah.
This is fair.
I accept this.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I guess I'm putting this truck out again since we got a grenadier. So we'll work on that right quick. Yeah, that'll work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're good.
All right. So truck's extinguished and
Truck's extinguished again. There's another like wave of
Yeah,
smoke
yeah.
coming from it.
stop. And I'll yell like, "Hey, quit it!" And you know
No,
what?
you
I'm
quit it.
trying with my big strong boy one more time. I feel like he's gonna hallucinate. It's gonna
You're
happen.
gonna try and do hallucination on the
Yeah.
knob again?
Yeah, on my big boy.
It's okay. I'm a Brit. I will allow you to say knob.
On the knob.
That's how you can sometimes tell that old 40k
He
was
can't roll
incredibly
good
British.
all the time.
Don't tell him that.
Yeah, well, that's fair.
Hey, Lucid.
If the
shut up
orc
and tell me
believes he'll roll well, he'll roll well. Come on.
Yeah.
Just
there you
barely
go.
fails.
He didn't
Rolling
make
a
it.
35 on a 33. He is hallucinating. Tell me what happens. Is it a roll of the
You've got
hallucinogen thing?
table 5.3 hallucinogenic effects somewhere.
Table 5.3 in the in triplicate. Yeah, there's a
Yeah.
hallucination table.
Yeah,
Roll me a
yeah.
d10.
You just it just says it must roll on the table.
You go
I
ahead
don't
and
know
roll
what
for
you're
me.
rolling. I'm guessing
It's a 10.
100.
It's a regular d10.
Okay, there you go.
There's some pretty good results here.
Nice.
Roll a d10 and we'll see what he gets. Three. 3 is one of the fun ones.
Nice.
The character sees gruesome aliens bursting through the walls and fire. It must spend each turn firing in a random piece of terrain within its line of sight. Any creatures caught in the line of sight are subject to attacks as normal. Each round, choose a new target at random using the scout. So basically, he is just gonna start, like, he's gonna turn wildly, nearly freaking clotheslining the orc beside him, and just sort of, like, drops the chopper, both hands on the pistol, being like, "Zogging hell, they're all over the place!" And is just gonna, we'll see what happens. He could freaking start shooting anyone. It's so
Perfect.
good that you get that when they're in a little encampment, too, because it's so
Yeah.
perfect.
And that's all I
your
got. I put the
turn.
truck out, so that's on you,
And
I
also
say.
you're still avoiding the psychic phenomenon, which is
I
crazy.
am. You know, not bad.
Risa.
Let's not talk about psychic phenomena.
Yeah,
that was
let's-
last episode.
Yeah.
Boy,
Well,
there's a nice cluster of orcs there.
the flamer fires in a cone, yes?
Yeah. It's like a 30-degree cone. You can get all 3 of them.
Yeah,
In
I
that
think
cluster.
I think I'll do that.
Light them up.
Okay. I'll just take 89 years to roll all their agility checks. Surprisingly, the orc who's hallucinating doesn't actually get a negative check to this. He's still, like, fighting free. He just thinks that there are much more enemies on the battlefield than there are. He is going to be hit by the flamer.
Boy. When it
Well,
rains,
I
it
mean, he might
pours, huh?
dodge, but we'll see. The little orc probably is 2, and
Nope.
So no, he's fine. And the guy with the burner is also fine. So you only hit the knob. Go ahead and roll flame damage.
These are the agilityest orcs ever.
You can use a fate point to reroll that damage dice if it is not okay with you, because other than the penetration, that will just get soaked up by the terrain there.
Yeah, I think I will use a fate point. Is there any way for Caius to assist me here, like the way that Ohm did?
What am I doing?
Not
Oh,
right
like
now
juice
because
your,
Kai's has used all his
flamer there?
actions, but
Oh yeah.
theoretically, yes. Theoretically, you could like prepare to use manipulate flame, and then use it on your flamer
Okay,
spray.
sure. I'll use a fate point.
That's
and
like
reroll
a combo
the,
move in the future.
damage.
That's way better.
Hey, there you go.
Not only is the penetration going to do damage, the other stuff is too, which is important because there was a chance of you not even setting him on fire there. Because if it
Bathe in
absorbed-
holy flame, heretic.
Zenith.
It's technically alien. Yeah.
Math. Okay.
Ryza just thinks we've been fighting people this whole time.
Oh, he's a biggin. Let me just check something on a flame.
Then we
circle
fought
attack with
bigger,
quality.
greener people.
Okay, so he still needs to, even though the mixture of his armor and the terrain takes up most of the fire, he still might set on fire because his armor is getting superheated and all of that. It's a +0 check as usual, and he's gonna fail. So regardless, while he didn't do all that much damage, you do set him on fire, which is pretty handy.
Poor guy
Okay,
getting attacked by all these Tyranids and also being on fire.
Orcs love Tyranids. I don't know what you mean.
Yeah, that's their
They're
favorite.
great. They're great friends.
They just want to fight each other all day and night.
Toast them
I
again.
just want to fight. Yeah, you have another action. As long as you have ammo left in your flamer.
Yeah, let's do it again.
Hell yeah.
It is recommended to repeat past action immediately.
Affirmative.
Go ahead and roll damage and see what you get.
Meanwhile, Ohm is putting together that other orc's gun
All right,
just
yeah, I need
because
to
it
make the
fell in
freaking
there.
check. I'm stupid. Stupid. Okay. Oh, well, he's gonna actually dodge. Second one. They really are great agility orcs.
I knew
These
it was
guys have like a
coming.
little. They have like a yoga program.
Yeah, this is
They're like
the,
prepped.
like,
They
the
stretched before you
calisthenic
got
orc
here.
program.
Yeah,
Wait, did they all three dodge, or just the one guy?
that's right.
Yeah.
Let's check the other two with the much worse agility score. I'm just
They
interested in
limbered up before
the
they
orc
saw the
knob
truck.
Yeah.
who's hallucinating. On fire, like,
stretches. You don't want to blow a hammy.
okay.
Make
these
sure to
other
do
two
your
are gonna take the
cooldown
damage.
after you work out.
Yeah,
Don't
they're
forget
just
your
hoarding massive
supplements.
barrels of protein powder.
They're loading them in the guns, the thud cannons, and then firing
Yeah.
them at
Take my
themselves.
Blood gun full of creatine.
Yeah, the orcs are just all fucking crazy on pre-workout.
So, the second shot, while this orc went to ground, you can kind of like arc the shot, aiming more towards the orcs of the burner, and there's going to be a satisfying explosion as the orc with the flamer is going just kind of pop.
Bye. Miss that guy.
Sending kind of just chunks and trails of flame into the air. This guy is actually going to get burned, but he's going to live. He might get set on fire.
Let's
Their
see what you
armor is
got.
pretty good against things like fire, but
Well,
I mean now he's on fire,
yeah.
so
Yeah, they're not bullets, guys. They're iron supplements that they're firing at us.
Yeah.
yeah.
okay.
Got CoQ10.
Oh, in your little hole
In my own hole.
with the orc, in the ohm hole.
In the Ohm hole. In your new podcast, In the Ohm hole.
Did the orc drop his gun?
Which one? Oh, this guy?
Yeah.
Didn't his gun detonate?
It doesn't explode permanently. It deals fire damage to him if he doesn't drop it, and he chose not to drop it. Right now he's trying to jam it, unjam it. So yeah, he's still holding it, but you can help him unjam it if you wish.
Yeah, let's just try to unjam that thing.
That's a ballistic skills check. I would give you a minus check because it's an orc weapon, but you have already interacted with it, and it is made out of Imperial weapons, so it'll just
Would it
be
not be a tech or a technology?
No, unjamming a weapon is a ballistic skill check. It's like your knowledge with weapons is what's used.
Yeah,
Have fun.
well, yeah, that is fucking, well, what do I have to lose? Nothing.
Very little.
You're safe in your hole. You can help out.
Hey!
Nice.
That's great.
Oh, Ohm reaches
Nice.
up and just flips a switch and the gun just hums back on.
And the orc's like, "Ugh!" and nearly steps on your head as he like moves forward to start shooting again. You now know
goes-
what being under an orc smells like.
Nice.
If he has a nose, that would be possible.
Can I get Ohm to
The-
say,
the scent
I thought they
receptors
smelled
in the-
bad on the outside?
Do you want to do anything else with your other action? That's only a half action to unjam a weapon, I believe. I think it depends on the weapon. For you, anyway, unjamming someone else's weapon with your frickin'...
Can I know this is a little funny, but can I have the Ohm skull hook into Rice's visor to provide her with a better tactical readout?
Excellent.
Yes, that will put the Ohm skull on the battle map, which means it can be damaged.
It's behind Risa.
It'll have Rice as
listen,
cover.
Let's agree. It's perched on her shoulder like a little parrot.
That's just hooked on. It just
Yeah.
clings to her back.
Why
Oh,
don't
fuck,
you
it's
go
on me.
I
ahead
hate this.
and give me a command skill check? You want a tactical readout? That's kind of the most relevant skill, unless you have an intelligence-based skill that you think would kind of maybe fit you better.
I can
maybe one of,
use
like,
intelligence for command.
It's great.
Curses.
Okay.
That is a 34 and a 30, just barely a failure.
I would like to point out that we've all received one fate point.
Oh, well then I'll burn one to do that again and see what happens.
Just to keep it even. Why not? Let's see what you get.
Well,
That's
still
worse.
failed it.
Darn it.
You, Risa, you would see, a bit like when Ohm, it's the most appropriate term, jacked into your helmet earlier. Kind of the UI, the HUD on your helmet that is never used, because it's kind of dormant, right, in all the Imperial technology, starts to flicker on, and it starts to kind of try to, like, follow the heat signatures of the orcs and things,
Certainly.
but it's also getting kind of, like, distracted by the, hail of flame and stuff. Actually, can you give me a... What would be a good check to make sure that you aren't disoriented from this? I think a perception check. Just flat. Actually, I'll give you a +10 on this, because, you know, it's a neutral roll. I mean, it's a regular skill check, which is a +10 in this system. So,
Success.
luckily, you're used to Ohm tinkering with things by now.
It's old hat.
Yeah, you're fine.
Caius, it's on me, isn't it?
Caius? Caius. Yeah. Caius, where is it?
It's not on you.
Where is it, Caius? I can feel it.
You're fine.
I know it's here. I know it's here.
That's a hair. That's a hair. That's wild hair.
Funk. Freebooter is going to stand over Ohm's hole. Ready his sawn-off snaz gun. His frickin' Gatling laser. Here's a question. He can shoot in a cone with a full auto weapon, and I think he's gonna try.
That doesn't sound like a question. That sounds like a statement.
Here's a question. I'm ready
Here's
for
a
lunch.
question. He's gonna do a thing.
I've got a question. Give me your coins.
Okay. He is going to have a -10 on this check, but the range is going to assist that. And he can do it twice if he so wishes. He can aim. Well, he gets an aim bonus because of his Git Finder. The little eye on it that Ohm tinkered with before is going to be like dip, 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 and target each one of the orcs. And kind of like swing his arms as he's shooting. Unfortunately,
Jesus.
his gun is
What
going
a
to explode
dick.
again.
What the fuck, dude?
Damn it! Wait, can I get the
So
fate point? We've
primed
got
to be
some,
badass.
so-
So primed to be badass. And this time, he's going to drop the overheating gun into the hole. Because you helped him last time, Ohm.
can you-
Ohm,
can
please
you
make me an
stop
agility check.
helping this all.
Now,
He's gonna blame you for that gun.
Yeah.
This is where I die.
Oh, well.
it's quite possible. It's
What
quite
happened
possible.
to Ohm? I skull crushed by a
Welcome to my life.
fucking Gatling laser.
Holy shit!
Yeah, you wanna re-roll
So
that?
that's gonna be 21
with a
damage
fate point,
minus your body armor value, which
What about
is
cover
how
for the
much?
hole?
I'm getting to cover to the hole. So how
Okay.
much do
He
you
has a
have just
body
on
on
your
top of
body?
him too. He's a
in
little
normal?
orb weaver spider.
So it would usually be -7 on that damage, right? Just for your general armor. Now you don't have the cover from the side. You do have the cover from the pit you dug, which I said was an extra +2. So it's going to be 9 damage reduced from that.
Oh yeah, no, Ohm's pushed over into critical unless you'll let me burn a fate point to re-roll that.
You can use a fate point to reroll that agility check. Absolutely.
Fingers crossed. You got 3 fate points. I believe in you.
Yeah, let's
How much critical damage will it
Save
put you
one.
on?
Save one for the critical damage.
Yeah. Well,
Well,
you know.
that's worse.
Wait,
yeah,
that
I'll
was
just
wrong.
do it.
What?
Yeah.
No, you're rolling dodge there. You don't roll agility.
Oh. Oh.
Yeah.
well,
Yeah, that would be worse.
Yeah.
I'll see. That's still
Okay.
worse.
Okay, how much critical damage would it put you on? Is it going to put you on 9 or 10?
Let's see.
think it
What's
would.
that? 9 out of. It would put him into. What's that? 11 plus 2 is 13. He'd be into 3 critical damage.
3 critical damage is not bad. 3 critical damage is not bad. It could have been so much worse. The 10 on this would have made all of the grenades or anything explosive you're carrying launch in every direction, which is lucky why Omen isn't carrying any grenades. But I just thought it was an interesting thing to know that can happen to your grenadier if something were like this to happen. What we can do is you're going to take 2 levels of fatigue and toughness damage. Can you roll me a d5? And then after that, before we get to the rest of the orc's turn, we can go to break, because this is the whole session. You're fighting orcs.
Yeah.
Okay. Excellent. That
You
should
said
be
2
it.
levels of fatigue and.
2 levels
where's
of fatigue and that much in toughness damage. We'll
Where
get
do
to
I put
that in a
that?
bit. Good question, mate. Good question. Let's just keep it in mind. I'll look it up during the break.
All right, are we on break?
Yeah, we're good to break. We can do the rest of the orc turns when we get back. So be
Alright.
ready for that.
We'll be right back with the second half of DoomLore, a 40k story, right after this. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to DoomLore, a 40k story here on Fable Scraps. If you're listening to the show on podcasting apps such as Spotify or Stitcher, know that you can catch us live on Twitch every Friday at 3 p.m. Pacific. That's 6 p.m. Eastern at twitch.tv/FableScraps. Be sure to check us out on social media, on Twitter. We've also got a Discord. And, yeah. Take it away, Ollie.
Okay, so you're going to be really happy about this. Both the knob and the little orc next to it are on fire. They
Yay!
have to make a check to see if they can, like, act normally on this turn. And then the orc is also hallucinating. On
Hell
top
yeah,
of
he
that.
is.
So it is a +0 willpower check. Now, this guy has succeeded willpower checks before.
Oh my
So
god!
he succeeds. He can act normally. He cannot take his turn to set the fire out because he is hallucinating. So he is going to randomly shoot at a piece of terrain nearby and anyone in the way. Yeah, which is awesome. That this orc is like on fire, the skin is starting to melt off, but he just cannot
He's under the
focus
thrall.
anything else than what he believes something is coming out of the walls. Who knows what it is? He actually is going to be shooting in this direction to his right. There's an orc right there, so he's just going to kind of turn and start shooting, and he's going to shoot that orc beside him, pretty much in the head. So I'm even going to give him the freaking point blank bonus.
That's very Oh, I shot Marvin.
Oh, well, he misses the first shot. He does get to shoot twice, I think, when hallucinating. But, you know what? Who knows? Who knows how an orc hallucinating may act? Now, both of them are on fire, so it's not like the orc's like, "Oi, how dare you!" No, it's... And subject to attacks as normal. Okay. It spends its turn firing, so it's going to keep on... It's going to try again. It's going to try again.
Oh, is it shooting one of the other orcs?
It is, yeah.
Nice.
It's shooting the one beside it that's on fire, and its gun's going to jam. It's going to be, like, frantically
These orcs are
twisting,
bad with
shooting...
guns, huh?
In its mind, it can see something is coming out of the thud gun over there. Maybe it's starting to like animate and grow teeth and starting to come at him like a giant squig, and he shoots wildly at this other orc that's kind of in the way, just to kind of get it out of the way. Like, what are you mad? Move! And then shoots until the gun just kind of starts falling apart in his hands. It's starting to like melt as well. It's pretty crazy. And then he's going to take fire damage. He's going to take 1d10 fire damage. Raisu, if you'd like to roll that.
Do I just roll damage on the flamer or just 1d10?
Just 1d10. It's just sort of flat, but I believe...
On big money.
Yeah. Where is your little fire damage thing? 1d10 NAD damage, ignoring armor. That's the insane thing. So it's 5 damage, ignoring armor, which is great because this guy's armor is massive. Also starts taking fatigue, but that doesn't really matter for them. This orc also has to go through the same thing, although with a much lower wisdom save. Never mind. These orcs are great. This guy is not hallucinating. He also just nearly got shot by his boss, so it does make quite a lot of sense for him to go to ground. Now, setting the fire out on your body, it is an agility check. I will make it slightly easier because this is very wet terrain. And that's on anyone, if anyone was set on fire. So... 29 minus 10. Yeah, that's not going to work then, but... And that's his full turn. That's his full turn. That orc is rolling on the ground, trying to get the fire out, but the thing is, the heavy flamer, the Prometheum clings to you, right? And even if he can kind of cover himself in mud, it just kind of reignites. Please roll another d10 for the flame damage on this boy.
I was gonna say, does he have stick bombs on him still?
This guy doesn't. The knob, yeah, he does.
So when do those start cooking?
When he starts taking critical damage.
Yeah.
Okay, so that orc is having a rough time. Still rolling around, roaring, screaming, not dead.
Yeah.
Goddamn orcs.
This orc sort of sees the situation, is actually going to start joining in on shooting Riser. You're going to have less cover here because of the angle. It's still going to give you half.
You can try.
Well, yeah. He's also starting to run low on ammo, because this guy's been shooting just full as much as he can every time. 24 plus 10 from the range. It is semi-auto, so if he gets degrees of success, don't worry about it. That's not going to happen. 24 plus 10 again. There we go. And that is enough degrees of success to cause 1 extra shot. So both of those are going to hit you, Riser. You are going to have 4 extra armor, which puts your armor damage reduction on 12, I want to say. Is it slightly more than that?
Plus toughness.
Plus toughness. So I have 5 toughness. I have.
You're fine.
Yeah, I'm fine.
Yeah. Yeah, you're
Okay.
good.
Does not matter. It's like they get the arm that's like holding the flamer up. Like there's gonna be you're gonna look really battle worn now. You know, you're gonna have these like bullet scars on your
Oh
armor,
no,
which...
I'm getting hotter. Oh no.
Her sleeves rip off and reveal her arms.
You can see her bulging biceps now. Oh jeez.
What a shame.
They just slide off into a muscle shirt.
This guy is going to start shooting at Caius or Yen, depending on the roll.
Wait, which one?
The far south, near Scythia.
Oh, that's right. There's still another one. I forgot about him.
Hoping he won't be there
That
long.
guy. Yeah, go ahead. Try for it, bud.
Look at this guy. Look at this dude.
I forgot he was even
Look at
there.
this dude.
This dude.
That is just
Yeah.
barely a miss. 39 on a 34 on the first time. And then he's gonna keep on shooting. These orc shooters, they've got these big barrels, these big sections full of ammo.
Oh.
And as they shoot, they rattle more and more. And so the orc is just kind of like holding it as it's shaking, sometimes controlling the recoil. It manages to control it. This will be a shot on you, Caius, on the body, just barely on the body.
Yeah, let's do a dodging, I guess.
Try and dodge, if you will.
dodge.
This is semi-auto, so that would be enough to deal 2 shot damages. So either
Yeah.
way, it is going to hit you once, even if you dodge the first strike.
Sure. Do I have any modifiers on dodge?
Only what your skill gets, and sometimes situational, right?
Yeah.
You're more likely to get negative modifiers on dodge than positive ones.
Sure. I was just wondering since he's like max range away from me. Okay.
That's a failure. You did get given a fate
What do I
point
have?
earlier.
3 fate? Yeah, let's try that one more time.
Why would you even sit? You're leaving money on the table.
Yeah, there we go. Listen,
That's a
what if
success.
that dodge? That's a 1. Let's say that dodge.
That's a
both up,
1. And that's
Hey,
very
I think-
respectable.
Let's let him get both bullets. Come on, that's a
I
one.
think.
But it does
I
not dodge
matrixed-
the second bullet.
I think I matrix those bullets, right?
Maybe.
Let
What's your
him
body
roll
armor
to
at?
put Yin in front of himself.
I was gonna say Matrix goes right into Yen.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is
like,
the thing.
Yeah, come here, buddy.
Solid, good shot.
My body armor's a 3, huh?
It might be more than that. Let me double check, because the way the
Alright.
armor's written on the sheet is a little misleading. It's
Okay.
4 because you're only wearing like
Oh.
robes.
Yeah, that's
so
true.
you're gonna take
Okay.
4 less than that. There's no penetration, so you would take
Cool.
7 damage.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, all right. That's cool.
Some of the bullets hit the truck behind you, and you move, you dodge with all the grace and the fate of the Emperor. Well, maybe not the Emperor in your case. But then you look down and you just see red starting to bubble up from a wound
dang.
in your stomach.
Oh, beans. All right, that's fine.
The beans are coming out.
All right, okay. That's fine.
That's all the orcs, because a lot of them are dead.
Beans are coming out, really?
Oh, jeez.
This is the kind of quality DMing you get from me. Yen, the familiar scent of blood is in the air as Caius has just been shot.
Okay.
There's also
That's none of my concern.
overwhelming scent of
I mean,
burning
the familiar
Prometheus.
scent of blood is it's all over the battlefield, really.
Yeah.
Kind of just masks with the other smell of blood.
Yeah, stand in front of me, buddy.
No, I'm kind of okay down here in the mud. I'll be kind of honest with you.
Listen.
Are you still prone over there, Yen?
Yes, Yen would actually still be prone
Okay.
in the mud.
Good to know.
Yes.
That is actually like an advantage in some ways. It'll be damn hard to get through the orcish barricades, like shooting through it. Although you might get the right
Hot
shot.
shot
with your
Laz
hot
with a
shotgun.
penetrative 7.
Hot shotgun
yeah.
with a pen of 7. Yeah, if you just hit the shot, you'll be fine. But it also means shots against you have a -10. So
Maybe best if I just move to cover for now, rather than just lying in the mud. Can I use
you can
Rise as
tactical
cover?
advance.
Is that... Does Riser technically
If you
count
use
as full
tactical
cover?
advance, I would allow it, because tactical advance almost is like you make the best of the situation you're in, pretty much in no matter what. It is a full action, so you would have to be crawling, which I believe is half your movement.
Come here, my
you move
little
at half
pog
speed.
champ.
Yeah, Yen just rolls over here.
With his guns out.
Risa instinctively, protectively, just kind of braces, feeling a little bit protective.
Yeah, put like the arm in the way, and that's when
Yeah.
like more bullets hit it.
Yeah, yeah, just kind of straighten up a little bit, kind of blocking, looking like a little more stable.
That's gonna be your
Then
whole
Yen
turn right now,
notices
Yen.
the
That is a
servo
full
scope.
action.
But when I move, I can shoot, right?
Not like this.
How's
That's when
that?
you use a
Okay.
move action. This is a tactical advance, which is different.
Right, okay.
The price we pay for safety. Speaking of safety, Scythia,
I'm not in any. Let's
in a death
Let's-
rage.
let's see if I can kill this other orc. I'm gonna have to make an agility check, but what about this wall near me, Ollie? Is it possible that I can like just vault it to get at this guy?
If your agility check is good enough, you can just vault it.
All right, well we'll see how we do, I guess. Any modifiers to the agility check?
Nah. This is
Alright.
pretty standard for Scythia,
Alright.
you know?
I'm just checking, you know.
Yeah.
Actually,
real
can I
good-
use
you got real good
acrobatics, the
agility.
skill, instead of agility?
Not for the blood.
Okay, all right, fair. That is a failure, but I have one more fate point, and I'm gonna use it
Okay.
The one.
to succeed.
Yeah.
There we go.
To succeed with 2 degrees, yeah.
All right.
Excellent.
So I assume that folds into me being able to get over this wall. So
Yeah,
I
basically I was looking for 1 or 2 degrees of success. You can
I
spring up
move
onto there.
to here, and then I attack this orc with a standard attack because that's all I can do.
You're out of
so
combat beans.
I mean I don't have anything I can do on a half action really
beans.
that will help me. So I will fail to hit him.
Oh, so barely too, by
Oh.
4.
So barely, but such
Getting
is life.
66, looking for 62. That's a shame.
But now he's engaged in melee, so
yes.
that's fun.
Yeah.
The orc has to kind of like shuffle back. You maybe get the sword like cutting through part of the gun.
she's
the orc
starting to
kinda
tire.
terrified.
She's starting to tire out because she's bleeding like
Oh,
her
look at-
entire
Look at
inside
Scythia, man.
blood
She's all tuckered
content
out.
all
Getting
over the
yeah.
ground.
All tuckered
Need to
out.
get her an
It's
orange
just a
slice.
trail.
I think she needs a
The
rest.
red ones go
after this.
faster. Caius, you
Yeah.
are wounded.
I'm a little wounded. I'm feeling good about it. Listen,
Good
I
spirits.
who's
Yen
The-
has just crawled behind
the
Riser
boy
in
up
front
top
of you
that's
slowly.
unengaged? Or actually, you know what? I think I got a good fun thing that I'd like to do here. This is gonna be great.
Yeah.
Let's do this. Okay. So I'm gonna dominate mind of Knob again. I'm gonna need
Okay.
him to do a little willpower
He's going
test to
through
get out
so
of that.
much. He's going through so many things right
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
Lockdown has
I
been
got-
hard on this knob. Okay.
Yeah. I feel like he should have a negative modifier already hallucinating, but you know, well, yeah, let's see.
Considering he's already hallucinating, I'll allow it. Although this
Yeah.
may encourage bad behavior in the future. But
Yeah.
I will allow it. Ooh,
Yeah, there we go.
Close. 43
My-
to
my
23.
boy.
He's dominated.
He is. Well, I've got just one little command for him then. Hey,
Eat your own face.
hey, bud. I'm gonna need you to drop one of those stick bombs after you light it on fire.
Yeah.
Oh no. So
No, tell him
dominate,
to
you
turn them
basically
all
just
on.
he will
Yeah,
do the
I-
thing you say, right? That's just
Yep,
straight up.
I
how
get
it
a
works.
single command, and well, he gets to follow it.
Wow. Okay. He'll do that on his turn then, I guess.
Diddle-a-did-did-did.
That will supersede the hallucinate. Riser, you can see, this orc has been doing a whole bunch of stuff, and he's moving. He does kind of stop, and kind of like tense up, start. Maybe you even see some fire in his eyes, like kind of literally. What else would you like to do? What's the plan?
They are still clustered up together, right?
Those two are. This guy, probably a little too far away for your cone. You could probably get both the knob and the guy in the north, but not all three at once.
Yeah, Rice, don't worry about the big guy. I got plans for him.
Okay. I don't want to know what those plans are.
No,
Don't want to know what they are. Where is the
That skull's still on you, though.
Where's the skull at this point?
It's
Oh, the servo
it's-
skull?
yeah, it's just hanging out.
It
Where's
would be
where's the Ohm 13 orbital?
It's it's close. It's close.
to be precise, its little tiny legs that it uses are firmly like curled into the plates of your armor to make sure it's nice and secure. Can't shake it off.
Yeah. It's safe. It's safe. You should shoot.
Okay. Okay. All right. Holy flame, be my guide.
What's the target? The guy in the north?
Just the the one who's not the big one. However many I can get, that's not the big one.
The only one not currently engaged with Scythia in combat that is not on fire.
Yeah. we
Fun
got one
fact.
Not on fire yet.
At present.
Takes damage. Go ahead and roll heavy flamer damage.
Nice.
Okay.
Is he going to be on fire? No.
Ooh.
He's wearing asbestos.
Orcs are naturally flame retardant. That's
Is
fine.
anyone
Yeah.
else itchy?
Yeah, it's kind of remarkable, and it really speaks to the actual toughness of orcs that you kind of hold this spray of fire on it, and he doesn't have the time to dodge, so he just hunkers down. He just sort of hunkers down, and he takes it. He doesn't even start setting on fire. He just takes the blast and doesn't even look that injured for it, honestly.
Theoretically, you may have helped him by burning off some parasites.
That's what the squigs are for.
Okay. Well, I'd like to go again.
Yeah, let's see. Give him this badass moment and then he's just gonna die the second time. Thus is the way. He's gonna dodge.
Wow.
Look at that.
Okay.
Cheeky guy.
Told you they
In
warmed
the
it
time
up.
between the sprays, he can just sort of get into the right position. That
They
you
have
can't
they
hit
have
him.
limbered up significantly before this fight. We
Yeah.
caught
So
them.
Absolutely.
We
limber.
caught them fully ready.
Yeah.
Can you imagine if the demon you fought had rolled this good?
Yeah,
We wouldn't be this far.
would have been dead. We would have started a new adventure.
Oh,
Is that a kettlebell next to that orc? Do you see that? His Joe Rogan podcast is still playing on his headphones.
Are those
Yeah,
orcs
these guys
doing
are really
CrossFit
limber.
back there?
Wow, they've got a throw tire. We should work. on
No,
that.
they're not doing CrossFit because then they never stop talking about doing CrossFit.
Is there a climbing wall on that thud gun?
They're talking about macros.
Oh shit. So, Ohm having had a gun just dropped on him is
you are in critical damage too. If you take any more damage,
Yeah.
risk of death or loss of limbs.
yeah,
Risk
Ohm will
of death.
Risk of death. Will
Very
just shove the, get out from under the gun and then just like be as against the wall of his like Ohm pit as he can.
Oh, pit.
Ohm is not moving.
Okay, excellent. The freebooter is going to give up on the gun.
Nice.
I
Perhaps
wonder
for the best for
fucking
everyone.
why.
That's weird.
He is not within charge range, but he is just gonna kind of like, just
Pick
run.
up Ohm and
Just
cradle
run as
him
much as he
gently.
can.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry I hurt you, my chum.
Just put him in a backpack on his back like C-3PO.
He ran.
Give him an happy juice.
Nice.
he just books it. He just like shifts his gear around and just run. He hasn't even like equipped his weapon yet.
Nice.
He's just running like barehanded.
Except
Gonna
he
beat the
keeps
shit out of
going
this
and
other
leaves.
orc, yeah.
He just goes off the map. Like, thanks for the influence, fucker.
Runs over to one of their guns and starts fighting us.
Yeah.
Okay. The
I
orc is
softened
gonna
him
drop
up.
the stick bomb first.
Yeah.
Both of them are on fire. It's sort of very hard for them to kind of react or dodge or anything like that. So it is just gonna drop it. This is probably just gonna fucking kill him. I'll be honest. I
Yeah,
don't
it
really
is.
see any situation where they survive this.
It hit damn
That's
well
20
better.
damage.
Oh.
There's an explosion of 20 damage. So it just kind of the orc knob tenses and just while on fire, and it's still kind of like flinching, just plucks the stick bomb, pulls the pin, and drops it. And it clonks, bounces off the ground, and just this orb of flame
Nice.
from which nothing remains. Really.
Yeah.
If you guys were to come up here later, there might be like a smush of orc matter on the side of the wall. But that would be kind of it.
Nice.
Great.
There are a couple of orcs left in combat.
Bring it on, orc.
One against Scythia. Now, he does not actually have a chopper ready.
He doesn't have a chopper ready. He's got to draw it then.
No, when you're building your box of orc boys, you choose the shooter or the slugger and the chopper. And
That's
he chose
true.
the shooter.
That's true.
So it is like an unarmed orc attack, which is
So
kinda
he's just
fun.
gonna hit me with his fist. Okay.
He's gonna try.
All right.
Real quick.
Could also go for the like pistol whip or whatever, the rifle butt maneuver.
It's the same damage, more or less,
Yeah.
right?
The
It's the
whistle
same
pip.
mechanic. Now he's he's much better at this than anything else. He does have crushing blow, which means his attacks do more damage, I believe.
It does, but he has to hit me first.
But he has to hit you first, and any damage is very dangerous to Scythia
I mean,
right
it's
now.
cool.
So, no modifier. There's that. If he was using a
Doesn't-
gun, it would have jammed.
Doesn't look
punch
like he hit
himself?
me.
Rolling a 96.
Punches himself.
That's only one attack. He's got another attack.
All right, come on, come on.
Count him out. He could do it.
Let's dance.
No, nothing. He's trying to get the
96.
strikes.
Those an
Another
attempt.
96.
By the way, I looked it up.
He's
I looked
not
it up.
prepared for this.
I looked it up again, and lightning attack is only a half action. I was correct the first time, so.
Oh, hell yeah.
I prepare for 2 of those next. That's my
Whether
plan.
he needs it or not.
Yeah.
Nice.
The Dance of Death. Yeah, this orc is just awkwardly trying to sort of melee, and it's not really working. This orc up above, is seeing a freebooter come up, and there is going to be kind of like, what the hell do you think you're doing? And then is going to disengage and walk away, and it doesn't want anything to do with this guy in melee, actually.
Nice.
Just gonna kind of shuffle away into like the smoke of the explosion.
The
here, you
raining
little
body
nerd.
parts of his friends.
Yen! Speaking about... I can't make that one work. Yen!
Tim Allen?
Ooh.
Shooting that guy.
That guy looks in range to me.
Yeah, backing
Yeah.
up from the other orc. Go ahead.
I would like to blast him.
Go ahead.
Do I do cold shot?
It's almost why not.
Yeah, why not?
You
Yeah,
are going to
from behind
sacrifice the
riser.
amount of shots you're going to make, but your hot shotgun, if you get it to the right place, could just kill him.
Yeah,
up to
so
you,
I'll aim for the head, I guess. I'll aim for his head.
Get him.
Get him.
And that'll be long range. It's about 16 meters.
If you have a hot shot range of
16
20,
is
you're good.
Normal range for your hot shot.
Okay.
Just flat.
Standard range.
Blip.
Pew! Yeah.
Let the blip.
Oh!
Die.
Yen let the
Wow.
blicky go.
Plus 3
Well,
onto that as well.
the 15 with pen 7. Oof.
Die.
Yeah, that's gonna even like go through his normal pen on the head. Yeah, and like the orcs technically wear helmets. There's just a large hole in the head now. And the jaw just kind of falls slack, and the orc just kind of stumbles, and then like one leg kind of goes under it, and just the body collapses. And the freebooter's like, yeah, like as if he did that.
Gonna
Jesus
take Yen to
Christ, this
Pizza
thing.
Hut.
So just kind of acknowledge
that your
like,
turn?
wow, oh my god. All right.
Giving
Cool.
Yen the gun was a good idea.
Good job, Yen.
Thank you. Thank you for being a wall.
Cool, good.
Thank
yeah,
you
we're
for
good.
being a wall.
Let's see.
All right,
Cynthia,
lightning attack. Here
roll-
it comes.
Nice. I'm ready.
I missed the first one.
Wow!
I succeed the
Okay.
second one with 3.
With 3. Okay.
Nice.
Here it comes. 1, 2, 3. Righteous Fury.
Go, baby, go.
Nice.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Go ahead.
It's a
and
4.
roll Righteous
It's a
Fury
4 on the
damage.
Righteous Fury.
It's
I think
on
that
the
orc's
arm, which is kind of hilarious, because you had your arm chopped
I sure
off.
did.
4 on a Righteous Fury. The air fills with screaming as you chop the orc apart.
Yep.
And that's
Yen,
the last
stop
orc
that.
on the battlefield as well. So
Yep.
that's like the last noise everyone hears is just everything that was this orc in life is turned into a death scream that is not triumphant or victorious, just kind of pathetic and broken.
I think
And,
as soon as Cynthia is done, like hacking this orc to pieces, she just like slumps down against the wall she's near, like practically dead. You know, like
Yeah.
the fight is over. Fight is over. Adrenaline gone. Pain has arrived. Like,
Yeah, that would be that. That's the end of combat. what would be your immediate reactions? I mean, like, Scythia, like, even from over fair on the other side of the battlefield, is horrendously wounded. I mean, when you have a moment to sort of check the battlefield, Risa, Scythia's arm is kind of laying, like,
Yeah,
2 meters in front of you.
Risa noticed
kinda
the arm
twitching.
from before, and it's just immediately gonna sprint right over to where Scythia is to try to administer some care.
She's like slumped against the wall with her sword still in her hand, like incapable of even sort of looking up when you arrive, because she's just bled out so much. She's like corpse pale, not that she wasn't already, but like even more so. And just covered in blood, just absolutely drenched in it. All down the side of like the missing arm, with like a ragged tear off at the shoulder. And of course there's a bunch of orc corpses and blood and stuff, you know.
Yeah. Scythia? Rice is just gonna kneel down next to
She like lolls her head a little bit, like looks up at you, like blinks. Yeah.
Rice is gonna see the wounds and just put like a big hand on the side where the arm should be to try and put pressure on it.
Yeah.
Just kind of say, you fought well.
She kind of like nods slightly, like she would expect that to be the answer, you know, as she's always been like pretty serious about that stuff. And then she sort of just like, I think she just sort of like slumps forward, like into your arms, and just stops breathing.
Rice is gonna take her other hand and just kind of on the back of her head and just say, "You fought well, and I am grateful. We all are grateful."
Yeah, and I mean, I think she's gone, you know.
Yeah.
I don't think there's any way she could survive that. And maybe if she'd like stopped fighting, she might have been okay, but she didn't. So the extra
Especially with how far you
exertion
are.
was the extra.
What a way to
exertion
go
was
out,
too
though.
much.
Warrior's
I mean,
death.
she killed 3 orcs in melee combat, like missing an
as a
arm. That's
human.
pretty fucking cool.
Unaugmented, regular, well-trained human versus 3 orcs.
To be fair, the
Insane,
freebooter's going to
Old.
tell stories about that.
Yeah. You guys are gonna tell stories about that.
Wow.
The radio kicks on, and then there's just
I require assistance systems functioning at below optimal parameters. I am trapped under a gun.
Risa is still a little bit in shock and just kind of looks back over to Yen and Caius. Did either of you guys hear that? Did either of you hear that on the radio?
They're all
can.
checked in.
Okay. I just kind
I
of
can go see if I can help him out.
just kind of nod and push my head over, towards Ohm's direction.
Yen would go over to help him out since Risa seems quite busy.
the
Yeah.
servo skull on Rice's back detaches and moves to a position on her shoulder to scan Scythia.
She's super dead. Like no life signs. She was just holding on till the end of the combat, basically, through sheer adrenaline.
Its internal speaker will kick on and just
This one has expired.
Confirmed. What is around us here? Is it just are there any more orcs?
There are no orcs here, although Phil, actually give me a an awareness check. It's gonna be pretty rough. It's gonna be at a -20, aside from for Ohm, because Ohm can see in the dark. But at this point, Yen can help lever you out of the pit. And I would say the freebooter will as well. And the freebooter, kind of surprisingly, emotionally intelligent for an orc, but they kind of are, weirdly enough. It kind of knows better than to make any sort of joke right now, but does just kind of like help you out, picks up the gun, starts kind of tinkering with it. Risa fails that awareness check. If anyone else wants to make one, go ahead.
How many fate points do I have? 2?
There's also the option to do investigation checks on the area instead, though that's kind of going to be different results, of course.
Well, we're doing awareness. It's like I can just do that fate point and just automatically pass my awareness check with,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
So, this orc encampment was actually made fairly recently. If you guys got here sooner, they wouldn't have had this built up. You can actually even see from, like, the heat on the welds and things like that. And you can see evidence that there were probably more orcs here earlier. You can actually see, like, tank treads of their vehicles. And that's where you see further east, with your various array of sights, the kind of soft glow and hum of activity of an orc base. It kind of just looks like rocky hills in the distance, but you know better. You can see some of the cranes. You can see kind of the shape of orcish fangs on the sides of their buildings. It's a long way away. Maybe a sniper could shoot from this position at it, but even then at like the doors. But it's a piece of intelligence. It's probably why the thud guns were even being set up here in the first place. When it comes to anything else of interest, it's really that, like, yeah, the orcs haven't like started scavenging apart these thud guns yet. They're still probably fully operational and can be taken back. The truck itself can be repaired and you could even trailer them both onto the back and take it away, or you could just head back yourselves and tell them exactly where it is. That's kind of up to you. Is there anything else you'd really be interested in? I don't think you'd be interested in like the orcish weapons or anything like that.
Nah.
They don't have much stolen. They've had like small amounts of stolen equipment from like the Cadian soldiers, like just trophies, but nothing more other than that.
Nah. I think Ohm is going to start taking stock of himself. Smaller Ohm will tap Risa or bonk against her and then sort of click on and just
There is an orc encampment in the distance. Unadvisable to engage.
Affirmative. Rice is gonna just pat down Scythia, see if there's any like personal valuable or effect or something of importance.
She has her data slate, but it's just mostly like, Imperial manual kind of stuff. But she also has her sword, obviously, that's in her hand.
Mm-hmm.
The mono-edged sword. And a smoke grenade on her belt.
There's nothing like there's nothing
like very little. There's nothing like personal. She's clearly not a very sentimental person, just in general.
Yeah, it's not even like the
please
armor
don't
has
take her
any.
skull.
Like, I think the sword is probably the most like personal item.
Yeah, it's your weapon of war.
Yeah.
For a death cult assassin.
She also has like 4
it's-
knives, but you'd find them patting her down. But
I'd probably take Scythia's sword and just kind of like out of habit mention to the servo skull next to me that this is Scythia's, and it's going to be enshrined as evidence of her accomplishments here.
I will take it into my care and maintain it. May the Omnissiah move her spirit to be more one with the machine. She has fulfilled her function.
Affirm. Thank you. Okay. I'm gonna just start walking back over to Ohm.
Yeah, kind of time for you guys to start setting out. There's a few question marks on that. You know, whether you're going to hitch the guns, take them with you, whether you're going to leave Scythia here or take her back with you as well is another question. Whether you're going to take the freebooter with you, bear in mind, you probably won't be able to take him into the city, but you might be able to sort of say, hey, if we need you, wait, so and so.
Yeah, leave
right?
him outside. Yeah.
Like
You
Chunk
could
from the
you could even
Goonies.
tell him to wait here.
Hey, you guys!
I mean, like, kind of.
Nice.
If the
all
Inquisitor
that stuff
says
is
we
up to
can
you.
have him,
Yeah. What's common practice in the Warhammer universe? We just like
All orcs should be destroyed. The fact that
not
multiple
the
people have
orc
told
for,
you that.
for Scythia.
Oh,
Her
How much do
body,
you
that's a
or-
revere
good
her?
question.
Yeah, really. I mean, it
She-
goes
I
all
mean,
the way
she's
from
a
leave him in the
warrior.
dirt to bring him back. Like,
Yeah.
you know.
I think as a warrior, there's no disrespect in leaving her where she lays.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, we could
There's
build
no,
up a little
especially because it
pyre,
was
right?
like on her terms, essentially, right? Like, okay,
Yeah.
just job was done. Now is sitting here in rest. That's
Yeah.
fine. It's one of those things you would tell the Inquisitor and the rest of the people about it. So it's like kind of okay, this is where she is.
Yeah, you're not expected to
would-
bring the full remains
Right,
back.
right,
like
right.
that
Yeah,
would be.
right.
I would say I don't know. I would say maybe we give her like a pyre like funeral, especially since there's grave worms wandering about.
That's a
That we ran
astounding
into.
idea. Yes.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah. I don't want her to come back as like one of those things.
She won't be defiled by chaos today or any day.
That's right. That's right.
Kind of lay her down and. All right.
Yeah, you could build a little funeral pyre out of like the twisted trees
the
here.
orcs.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, they
it
light
is
up real
standard
good.
practice to burn the orcs, and they do burn.
Oh,
well.
actually, it is. Yeah,
Yeah.
it is standard
Yeah,
practice.
it is standard practice to burn orcs. It's one of the reasons why flamers are a common imperial weapon.
To
is
that point, this is
anti-orc.
If we are commending her to the flame, I recommend piling the orcs around her and setting them all ablaze. It is standard
yeah.
containment procedure.
Agreed. Risa just begins piling orcs. So I just started piling.
So I just started piling.
I'll just chill here.
You got like a kind of like Scythia in the middle, and the orcs she killed around them.
Nice.
Definitely a metal 40k funeral if ever there was one. And then
Hell yeah.
maybe this is the time where Caius, like, you use the flamer to set it alight, but Caius can kind of like
Yeah.
manipulate it to
Yeah,
contain
yeah.
it
I'm
around,
definitely,
for sure.
I'm definitely
twisted.
got the flamer, and there's still some
flame.
fire, but it's.
I'll start making little like designs with the flames, like little sailboats.
Risa panics
everything
and
for
kills
everybody.
Caius.
Add him to the flame. Add him to the pile.
Yeah, put him on the pile.
This is a moment. This is a moment where Risa, doesn't immediately attempt to hide the fact that she knows what's going on. Just kind of silently, tacitly acknowledges.
We're
Caius's
starting
ability.
a funeral pyre for Scythia, and then like Risa just sidelong glances at Caius, and then only Yen, Ohm, and Risa come back.
The disappearing Stalin picture all over again. Oh no.
Okay.
yeah.
With
Fill it on
that
fire real
done,
good.
are you going to be coming back with the guns? You know, it's one of those things. Ohm could take a bit of time to hitch these things on. You can haul them.
Yeah.
You've got that's one of the purposes of your servo arm.
So,
They
yeah,
got wheels.
I know you're injured,
Yeah.
but hitch these.
Oh,
guns
that
up,
is a
bud.
good point. Ohm is horrendously injured.
Yeah, Ohm is.
Just
Fine.
lift. Just lift, bro.
Yeah, lift your way through it. Work
Ohm
through it. Hey,
will
listen.
try.
Oh,
to
if there's
use-
anything I learned from these CrossFit orcs, it's work through the pain. You know.
will attempt to hitch one, but the servo arm will falter, and then he'll just cough up like a great gout of some dark liquid from under his robe, and then
There.
he'll just sort of he'll stumble, but he won't go down, and then he'll
Yeah.
I am unable to complete this task.
You need some help?
I'll help too.
No, I was just gonna say that you should help. I was offering.
Actually, you know what, Yen? Why don't we get you over on
roll to
these
beat up
thumbs?
Yen.
Come here, Yen. Come here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just gonna have you hold this real quick. Hold this. Just gonna hand Yen the
All right.
hedge.
Yeah,
Alright,
hold it.
here, yeah, I'm gonna hold it with Yen and just all right, Yen. On 3. Ready? 1,
Oh yeah.
and then Yen and I are both gonna pull, but it's really just me pulling.
Like big, strong farmer mum having the kid be involved
Yeah.
while doing like
Look, I'm
work
doing
around the
it.
farm.
Here, my little farm champ.
Playing that
Just
with
like-
the sad but hopeful music in the background is so funny. Yeah, you could take a bit of time doing this, and then it's a process of kind of getting the truck out of the ditch and then driving it back. I imagine Yen probably should drive back because Yen is completely unharmed.
He was lying down in the mud. He was safe.
He was down in the mud the whole time, very safe.
It turns
him,
out
behind
the best
Ryzen.
combat strategy when you're being shot at is to drop to the ground and shoot back.
And hide
And
behind
hide
someone
behind a
else.
large woman.
Yeah.
Hey.
So when they do return, would the Mechanicus ship still be in orbit? Because Ohm would definitely probably use them to.
Yeah, good
Flex on
point.
some
It
repair.
takes the rest of the night for you to drive back and all these other things happening. As the sun rises on Pask and the sky is illuminated, that kind of sickly yellowish green, the shadow of the null point, the Mechanicus vessel, looms heavily over the planet. It is kind of closer in orbit than it was before. Like, before it was in the system, now it is in orbit visibly.
Oh yeah, because Ohm told on him again.
And there's even, as you get closer, kind of some, like, almost like giant mechadendrites that kind of hang into the encampment that you're going towards, the east
Oh,
encampment
wow, they're way
of Pask City. Yeah, almost like the ship is a giant, like, blimp. Although it's not in orbit, it probably can't even go in orbit without damaging itself. But it is, like, fully integrated. You guys can enter the camp, and certain as soon as like the people at the guard post kind of see it, it's like, oh, they like send the orders back, and the commissar will come towards you, like in the open, but you can see how many tech priests there are and like tech acolytes. There's a lot of them, and some of them are kind of extra weird. Lots of different shapes and sizes, taking control of the camp. And the commissar, who didn't like you very much before, definitely doesn't like what's going on right now. Commissar Lupin will look over this and will kind of send the appropriate commendations, but won't really talk to you much more than that unless you really want to engage in conversation. Really, the debriefing would be with Inquisitor Balafo. And he would even say that. It's like, well, now that your job is done, I imagine you will be saying your praises to the good Inquisitor.
We have nothing to praise except completing our duty. To stand upon the bedrock of the law is our great duty. To presume to stand above it with praises is our worst heresy.
He does not smile. He is maybe not even capable of smiling. But that was definitely the right answer to him. Maybe a little bit of a respect plus on that one. And all of the instructions to kind of put the guns away and leave this shoddy ramshackle truck that you guys made. Actually, it's pretty good. It's just crashed like twice. That can be kind of stored maybe if you need it later. Actually, you could drive it into the Chimera depot if you wish. When you do...
Uh-huh.
Oh, go ahead.
No, go. You first. Go ahead.
Well, this is something that Ohm would be interested in. Remember, the Chimera depot is why Ohm told on the camp, because the Chimeras weren't being cared for properly. That's why the Mechanicus have taken over the camp. The tech priest that was there before kind of shuffles towards you, and then a very large entity will scuttle down from the wall. This thing is like a giant mechanical spider wearing the robes of a tech priest. And there's a face with a hood and just these big, chunky limbs that ka-thunk, 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 ka-thunk.
Oh, that's a big deal.
Yeah. Get closer. He is going... This tech priest is going to say that this machine is an anomaly. State your purpose and presence here.
I am Ohm 13.
And Ohm will, of course, as much as he can stand at any kind of attention, will make the sign of the cog to the hooded figure in reverence. And
I am the reason you are aware of the gross dereliction of duty and reverence to these sacred machines.
It kind of stands up straighter. As much as it can, it's a very asymmetrical creature. But you kind of hear the humming and clicking inside it. It's like, understood. Your purpose here was informed to me. I will take service of this vessel and protect it and its machine spirit. And even then, like, mechadendrites are going to start kind of wheeling and sort of investigating things. Now here's a question. You're the most injured. Do you want to kind of see if you can seek out, like, Mechanicus?
well, that's what
Repairs?
Ohm was actually going to talk to the hooded figure. If has he gone?
No, he's like lumbered over your vehicle like a Necron Scarab, very similar to a Necron Scarab, operating on it. You also can see that the old tech priest Iterant has a mechadendrite that is plugged from this guy into the back of his head, and he does kind of lumber towards the machine and start tinkering on it, but very slowly.
Yeah.
He's been enslaved by the spider.
Revered Magos, my flesh fails me. I require the aid of our brothers. I must request it now.
There is a hum of acknowledgement in Lingua Technica, and you kind of get the suggestion that you've been, because of your what you've done here and what you're doing here, you're gonna get really pretty good treatment, and some information will be kind of sent to you about where to go ahead and do that. Basically for the Mechanicus Chirurgians and Tinkerers and all that kind of thing will kind of come down to assist you all. And I think worrying about the repair time that you'll take, which will be a long time, and also debriefing with Balifo can be something we worry about next time. I think this is a great place to end off the session. You've got back in camp. Mission completely accomplished, and next time you can start all the debriefing and the repairing and the healing and the stocking up for whatever's next.
Fantastic. Well, big thank you to everyone, to the cast, to our live viewers on Twitch, and a special thank you to Distracted Elf, whose last session is today, with an amazing perma. Incredible
Yeah.
perma.
Look, you gotta go down swinging, okay?
If you're listening to the show on podcasting apps such as Spotify or Stitcher, know that we record this show, DoomLore, a 40k story, live every Friday at 3 p.m. Pacific. That's 6 p.m. Eastern at twitch.tv/FableScraps. You can find us on social media, on Twitter at FableScraps, or on Discord. We're gonna go through and do like a speedrun shout out round. Ollie, go ahead and start.
I'm Ollie. You can find me at Twitch and Twitter on OllieRant. I do a lot of D&D homebrew and other kind of assorted variety streams. I have a board game series coming out next, soon, which I'll obviously tell you all about here, and also have a show on my channel on Wednesdays, which is about mind flayer diplomacy and pregnant elves. It's time. So if you like this stuff, you'll like that stuff. Come hang out.
Awesome, thank you. Next up is Lucid.
Hi, my name's Lucid Fox. That's with 2 X's. I am that everywhere, so go find me. Stream Monday through Friday on the twitch.tv. Do this every Friday night.
That's right.
Hey.
Awesome. Thank you, Lucid.
Uh-huh.
Next up is Lock the Raven.
I'm Lock the Raven. I'm a variety streamer here on Twitch, and you can also see me on Fable Scraps' other show, Star Trek Loveless, on Tuesdays. And find me on Twitch and Twitter at Lock the Raven, spelled like it sounds.
Thank you, Lock. Distracted Elf.
Hello, I am Distracted Elf. You can find me at twitch.tv/DistractedElf or on Twitter at DistractedElf. I run a D&D show on Mondays, Rhyme of the Frost Maiden on D&D's channel, and on Fridays I'm going to be running Star Wars Edge of the Empire campaign called Desperate Gamble. Pretty soon. Next week it starts, in fact.
That's awesome. Thank you so much.
I mean, small tidbit. My characters seem always in their dramatic moments to lose limbs. I have had so many one-armed or in some way one-armed characters, so it's just it's like a meme now.
That's fantastic.
So, yeah.
Thank
Great.
you. Enovan.
Hello there, I'm Enovan. I'm a streamer here on Twitch.tv. Typically, I stream roleplay games and some variety games as well. You can find me at twitch.tv/Enovan. That's spelled ENEVUN.
Thank you, Enovan. My name is Nicotine. I do a lot of political discussion as well as roleplay on my own channel. That's twitch.tv/FableScrap. Twitch.tv/Nicotine, NIKATINE, every day on Twitch. You can also find me on social media at Nicotine Prime. I play Risa. And yeah, I just want to say thank you so much to our cast and to everyone here. It's been a pleasure. We'll be back next week with more DoomLore, a 40k story. Have a wonderful week, and we'll see you then. Bye-bye, everyone.
Bye.
Untold masses of humanity are teeming throughout the stars. In the grim darkness of the 41st millennium, there is only war.